Good morning. Welcome in. This update presented by Mercedes-Benz. Starting off here with the Padres, who lose 2 of 3 against the Dodgers over the weekend. One more against LA today at Petco Park as the Padres look to split their series. Well, the Padres are losing, so is everyone else. This weekend actually improves their wild card standing. They move up to just 3 games back of that final spot. In the World Cup, Team USA loses to Sweden in penalty kicks. The 2023 World Cup ends in the knockout round of 16 for Team USA. In the NFL, we got a full week of preseason games coming up beginning Thursday night, now just 30 days away from the season opener on September 7th. Owning a Mercedes-Benz EV isn't just extraordinary, it's extra easy. With full remote access to your vehicle from your phone via the Mercedes Me Connect app, the vehicles are all electric, the feeling is all Mercedes. The choice is all yours. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQ.
Yeah! Woo! Happy Monday to those who celebrate. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch with you, and we're alive, man.
Honestly, I was ready.
Monday.
It is, and I was honestly ready for you to say we're doing things on a bar cart Friday, and I'm like, oh wait, it's not Friday at all.
And every day is now Friday here at the station because we love to drink, and we kind of missed out on that drinking mocktails on Friday.
Right. Yeah, we did a little bit.
Now it was a party in here. Still, it was a little bit more subdued, I would say, because we didn't really exactly tie one on, because I shouldn't say that. We didn't have, virgin drinks the whole time.
Oh, no.
We actually had a bunch of different types of drinks. Some of them were low ABV. Some of them were no ABV.
Yes.
All of them really tasty.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So if you're into it, I mean, yeah, it's like kind of
it's unusual on a Friday.
Yeah, change up pitch, We definitely snuck in some whiskey. I love how when
snuck in some, there was a cart with like 40 bottles on it.
What was it? Ritual Zero and Humboldt Distillery.
Yes,
was that
is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when they come in here, we legitimately had a dozen plus bottles of whiskey. And it was all sitting on a cart that we had just found in the hallway.
Yeah.
So we truly do now have a bar cart.
We do. It's from 1971.
It's got wood paneling on it. Yeah.
It for sure used to hold a TV that also had a VCR player attached to it.
No question. With a little ratchet strap tied around it so it wouldn't slide off when you were going over bumps.
That is affirmative.
This thing is, but it's well built. It's put together. It's a solid piece of furniture. So we stole it.
And rolls nicely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the wheels didn't even be greased up. So that's ours now. And when everybody walked in, they were like, you could tell they were like staring at the bottles of whiskey. And we're just like, look, we promised this was because Jesse Lozano lost his voice. This has nothing to do with us as we're all finishing whiskey in our glasses.
That is correct.
Yeah.
I have no way of actually proving this, but I'm pretty sure, Rich, you started the whole laryngitis thing.
I don't know how that's possible, though, because if you think about it, I haven't seen Darren since actually after I got back, like maybe the second, maybe it was Thursday.
Maybe it's just the time of year, but like you had it that week Travis was out.
Yeah.
And then Darren had it
the
next week. And then Frankie now has it.
He's got it now too?
Yeah, he didn't come to basketball on Saturday because he has it. And then Jesse Lozano also has it.
Dude, it's the weirdest thing. I haven't had laryngitis in like a decade plus. I don't remember the last time I caught that. And I'm still I still wake up a little bit with a frog in my throat. It's taking forever, but yeah, maybe I am. Maybe I'm like
you're patient zero.
I'm the outbreak monkey.
Are you guys nervous today
about
getting on the scale?
Oh yeah, I brought in the scale.
You got the scale. I forgot that was happening.
Every fourth Monday,
be a letdown.
Every fourth Monday, we get on the scale. We do it together as a team.
I felt like I was thinner on Saturday. Not anymore.
I don't know why. As
Hmm.
long as we as a group lose 20 pounds total,
I think
from
that's
our starting
respectable.
weight, I think we should be happy.
Yeah, what did I say? I said I think we're gonna average each 7 or 8 pounds lost this first round because we're also. I mean, I would say when you go on vacation, so you started it right after your vacation. Travis was keto during his vacation. I was carnivore-ish, carnivore like plus bourbon on my vacation. Like it's difficult, right?
So yeah,
I was carnivore-ish while you were on vacation as well.
It's tough.
Well, it's
Diets
tough.
are tough.
Like dieting is tough because even if 90% of the time you're really good, which I feel like that's been me. 90% of the time I've been really good. There's still 10% of the time.
Yeah. There's that 10%.
And that
You could
10%
do a lot of damage.
Yeah, ruin you.
Mm-hmm. There's so many burritos you could eat in that 10%.
You know, and I haven't done that.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah.
I haven't gone off the rails really. I will say this is what where my line gets pretty blurry is like with, you know, carnivore is very strict. It's meat and eggs, pretty much that's it. But like if somebody serves up like curry and they're just like go nuts and it's chicken and it's vegetables and it's got the coconut, I can't stop myself.
Like, is that good for you? Or is it looks like food that's good for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not only meat and eggs, but I know that when I finish eating it, I'm just in a happy spot.
Can we put down predictions of what we think we're going to weigh before we actually get on?
Yeah. Okay, so let's go back to the original weigh-in. So, Travis, you were 286.4.
Okay.
I was 306 I was 306.6, which
I think you're under 3.
shockingly high.
I think you're under 3.
And then you were 279, Fletch, 0.7. So do you get under 280?
Nah, I'm going to say 280 flat.
280 flat?
Yep.
What about you?
I think 268 is safe.
268. So you're thinking like
11
pounds.
Maybe.
Almost 12 pounds.
The day I weighed in, dude, that was the fattest I've ever been. And it was coming off that from Mexico, eating a bunch of pan dulce, and then getting off the plane and jumping on a scale.
The crazy thing is that 306, I can't even say that's the heaviest I've ever been in my life. I mean, like, that's close.
But you were paid to be fat for a while.
That's a good point, I suppose.
Wait, isn't that the same argument we could make?
Yeah, it's true. But just paid significantly less.
Next level fat guy stuff.
Yeah, that's true. We are.
Yeah.
It's just scale.
You know, let go safer. 269, flat 10 pounds.
Okay, flat 10 pounds for you. I'm gonna say I'm under 300. I agree with you. I'll be like 299. I'll say I lost 6 pounds, 7 pounds.
I feel like
that is.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And honestly, if that is what it breaks out as, I do believe that the accurate or the recommended amount you're supposed to lose is like 2 pounds a week.
Well, here's the funny thing is we're sitting here and we're just like, yeah, you know, I think I lost it. Imagine if we've all gained weight.
I have that fear. I have a healthy fear of that.
What if we get on this scale and it's just like, wow, as it turns out, you guys really did not nail it, as a matter of fact.
Which I would be shocked because I ate far less food this past month than I have in the past 9 months.
I'm down to like a meal and a half a day.
Right.
What I'll say about keto and carnivore both is because you're eliminating so much from your diet, there are times where I open up cabinets in my house or the refrigerator. I'm like, I can't eat any of this.
Yeah.
And I just sort of give up because I don't want to like go thaw a steak from the freezer and wait 2.5 hours to eat the meal I just stood up to get. So I have a glass of water and then I go sit down in misery again.
Yeah. Have you done the thing where it's like 7:30 at night and you're like, there's nothing here that I can eat, so I'm just going to shower and get ready for bed?
Yes.
Well, I guess you have young kids. You can't really do that.
Yeah, they really throw a wrench in everything. I bought beef jerky for those nights. So when I'm really, really hungry and I'm not cooking, like that's not an option. Yeah, bedtime for the kids. Yeah, it's like turkey jerky or beef jerky time, which oddly, when that's all you're allowed to eat is meat, is a lot less appetizing.
Oh man, without a doubt. Without a doubt. I mean, and like ground beef in a taco, spaghetti, a hamburger patty. All of that sounds so good all the time until you're doing carnivore.
How about just ground beef with a spoon?
It's hard for me to wrap my head around.
You know what I found? That Taco Bell sauces don't have any calories or carbs in them.
Oh yeah, hot sauces are good to go. Yeah.
So yeah, I just been drenching whatever I'm eating in Taco Bell Diablo sauce.
Yeah.
Good call.
Taco Bell Diablo sauce. I just picture like one of those like soup containers you get from like a takeout restaurant, filled with Taco Bell taco sauce in Ben's fridge.
No, dude, I've done
It's one of
enough.
those like
And he opened each packet to fill it.
Well, that's the thing. I've done enough damage
my
at
God,
Taco
yeah.
Bell over the course of my life that I have a bunch of Diablo sauce just sitting in that one drawer in the fridge that no one ever
I
opens.
went to Taco Bell right before we started this diet. This is about a month and a half, 2 months ago. And dude, when I so I ordered 3 things. It was like a quesadilla, a cheesy gordita crunch, and maybe a chalupa. The amount of hot sauce this lady put
So
into the
much.
bag, I mean, it was legitimately the weight of the hot sauce outweighed those 3 items. It was nuts. And then I'm just like, this is wasteful.
I love
It's
that place.
still in our house. And every time she opens the one drawer, she was like, we do not need all this. I'm like, you never know.
Yesterday at 8:14 a.m., I got an email from Taco Bell.
Email from Taco Bell. How are you on their email list?
Fill up for only $5. For $5,
Gosh.
a chalupa supreme, a beefy 5-layer burrito, a crunchy taco, cinnamon twist, and a medium drink.
Wow. That sounds so good. Oh, we have to do 2 things today. I think we owe it to ourselves. Maybe we all do a cheat meal today because it's weigh-in day. Is that in the cards for us?
I feel like I cheated a lot on Saturday because I drank
wow.
so much.
Oh, wait, you cheated with drinking?
Yeah.
Wait, is that cheating? I've cheated every day.
But I'm down for Taco Bell.
Yeah,
always.
I mean, I
Especially if we hit our goals. That should be our reward.
okay, yeah. All right, so
It's gonna be a bummer when you guys go to Taco Bell.
yeah, and I'm in the 290s now. Yeah, no, we'll weigh in probably. I would say to start the 7 o'clock hour. We kind of have a busy 8 o'clock hour, so maybe right at 7 o'clock we'll hop on the scales. So a lot happened this weekend. U.S. women's national team knocked out of World Cup contention.
Losers.
The Pac-12 has been reduced to the Pac-4.
Losers.
Crazy.
Jake Paul is now a 7-1 fighter with 4 knockouts.
Losers.
and the Padres
Losers.
are losers last night to the Dodgers. Yeah.
Dude, but they're
Saturday
not
was cool.
total losers. They actually moved up the wild card standings.
Yeah.
They lose 2 of 3 to the Dodgers and move up a game in the
The
wild
National
card standings.
League are a bunch of losers. That's the reason why.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what team is a little bit scary, though, when you're looking at the Padres trying to get into that wild card spot? The Cubs. The Cubs are a team that are above them, and God, they're playing great.
Well, you know what the Cubs did? They did what the Padres failed to do, except their GM listened to them. So the Cubs, when it got closer to the trade deadline, everyone started talking about Cody Bellinger. The Cubs started playing really well so they wouldn't lose anybody. And it seemed like they kind of came together as a team and were like, no, we're going for it right now. The Padres, same outcome, because the Padres probably had that option too, where they could play really well and then the team wouldn't move anybody. They played like the same they've been playing all year, and the team still didn't move anybody.
No,
well, but it's working.
I guess.
I mean, you're inching closer to the playoffs.
3 games back.
Yeah.
Here's what's interesting though is they had a chance. They had a look at it. They could have been 500.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and by the way, they would have been 500 if they won yesterday for the first time since May 11th.
Wow.
Can you imagine? It's August 7th. That is such a ridiculously long stretch, regardless of what team you root for. But this is the San Diego Padres with the 3rd highest payroll in Major League Baseball this season. And they have been under 500 since May 11th.
That hurts. That hurts. And I mean, look, I guess they could have, they could have lost Saturday's game. I mean, it was, if not for 1 inning, that game was lost. So you see a little life come in that 8th inning. Well, you see a lot of life in that 8th inning. And that gives you this hope of, wait a minute, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the moment where things turn around. And then Sunday.
Sunday happens where Rich Hill makes his Padres debut. He had pitched for the Dodgers for 4 years in the late 2010s. And it looked to me like, okay, well, you bring in this old cat. He's going to eat some innings. But if there's one team that'll probably pitch well against, there won't be nerves. He knows the lineup. Okay. I mean, a lot of changes since he's left. But it'll be the Dodgers. He gets absolutely whacked. 6 runs, all earned. He's out by the third, gets the and then it goes over the bullpen, which is a nightmare. They only gave up 2 runs this time, but that matched the only offense the Padres could put up. So it was an 8-2 loss
and
yesterday.
Pitching against Lance Lynn, who for years Lance Lynn's been really good. This year he has not been, and he comes over to the Dodgers at the trade deadline with his 6-something ERA, and he is a freaking all-star against the Padres again.
Of course. I mean, that's always the story, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
we did learn that our buddy Rich Hill has a very fun nickname.
Oh yeah, something Mountain.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to say that on air?
We can call you
Dick Ornberger.
Yeah.
So old Dick Hill.
Dick Mountain.
or Rich Mountain.
It's a powerful name.
That's actually his nickname.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is on Wikipedia.
That is absolutely amazing.
Somebody had to make that up.
His name.
I didn't write it.
His real nickname is Dick Mountain.
I don't know if people call him that on a regular basis.
Oh my God! What if his mom calls him that? You know how sometimes nicknames catch, but she says the full phrase
Every time.
Oh, it's so good to see you, honey. Oh, where's my son? Where's Dick Mountain? Oh, there he is. He's carrying the potatoes. It's a potluck Thanksgiving, but you guys didn't have to make the mashed potatoes.
Is Dick Mountain Jr. still playing T-ball?
Yeah, Dick Mountain Jr.
6 teams in front of the Padres right now. The Diamondbacks are in a free fall. They're at 57 and 56. The Marlins 58-55. The Reds 59-55. The Cubs, Giants, and Phillies are the 3 teams that are currently slotted to make the playoffs. Giants, much like the Diamondbacks, have kind of been in a little bit of a free fall, although they're still 10 games over 500.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They've just been losing a little more as of late.
Cool. It's cool. It's fun.
Well, this is one of those series where the Dodgers, they're a better team than the Padres. And I'm saying team because they play better as a team. The Padres arguably have better players if you look at career stats, but that doesn't matter. It's just how you're playing and what your record says you are. And the Dodgers are better right now. But having said all that, whenever it is the Padres decide to show up and play baseball this season consistently with the greatness that their career statistics suggest they should be able to play with, this could have been one of those series where we go, oh, this is where it all flipped because you're gaining ground in the NL. You're taking down a West rival. If they pulled off a 3-1 series here, as opposed to at best now splitting, that would have been a huge, huge, huge win and a buoy to their confidence. Unfortunately, that ship has sailed. Speaking of confidence, though, you sent this clip to us earlier this morning. I thought this was really cool. It was Eduardo Perez, right? Who, by the way, had to apologize to Fernando Tatis Jr. for comments he made when he was on the call of one of his games last year.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, it was during the World Baseball Classic. I think it was during the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, it wasn't Tatis. I don't even think was on the field.
Yeah.
It was Mookie Betts made a play. Oh, no, Tatis was there.
Yeah, and this is what a superstar looks like.
Oh, that's right.
Then they showed a shot of Fernando Tatis, and he went, Fernando Tatis Jr. And so he apologized for that. And look, I think anybody with a brain could take his apology and realize, okay, yeah, they showed a shot of Fernando Tatis Jr., It could have been anyone.
Yeah,
he would have said. If it was Dave Roberts, if it was anybody, he would have said it. Anyways, so he's on the call, and he has some thoughts about what he's seen from Fernando Tatis Jr. since he's played the outfield as opposed to shortstop. Here's Eduardo Perez. Show of hands in this room. Who thinks he's right?
Yeah.
3 hands just
Yeah.
went up. 3 hands just went up. I think there is something to Fernando Tatis Jr. that was abundantly special when he was in on, or could have been in on, every play at short.
Mhm.
And leading off, there was an excitement to start every Padres game. A lot of that's faded now. And I don't know if his confidence has necessarily waned, but I do know this. I know he got a jolt of electricity every time he made something cool happen.
Yeah.
Like, he is just as much about the aesthetic of the game as the game itself. And I think looking cool and playing hard and playing fast and playing reckless was his trademark. And we haven't really seen that Fernando Tatis Jr. this season.
Now, there's 2 points to counter what Eduardo is saying. Like, if he is saying Fernando, they should move him back to shortstop, to hell with everything else. First point, I don't think he's the first, second, or third best shortstop on this team. Like, defensively as a shortstop, he can make plays that no one else can make, but on the normal routine ground balls, Hassan Kim is better, Xander Bogaerts is better, Jake Cronenworth is better at the position of shortstop. The second thing, he's played every single game he's been eligible for this year.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
So
true.
the move to right field has helped keep him healthy.
Yeah, that is very true. Didn't think about that. Didn't think about that at all. I did think that if he's lost, or if it feels like he's lost some of the spark, some of the intensity, part of that may be because he's been told to. He's been told to rein it in a little bit because of what happened last year, because of the suspension. So, hey, man, just bring it down. Let's get a little humble, and then we'll turn it back on as this fades a little bit. I think now is a good time to turn it back on if that is the case. I also think that as you get older, you kind of rein it in a little bit. And not that he's old in any manner, but as you start to get older, you do instead of having the constant swag, you just bring it out when you need it.
Kind of like Manny Machado.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like it fits and starts. It bursts when you need it to be there, and then you just do something immeasurably cool. You make it look easy. Everybody talks about it for a week, and then you go back to your normal trot.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
In spite of the 2 things I said, I would move him to shortstop tomorrow personally, because I do think
So
he has
much
a bigger impact on the game there.
Yep, I agree. Actually,
it's just so much fun. All right, you know what else is fun? How about a pair of tickets to see Dierks Bentley at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater on August 18th? You could get information at Ticketmaster for all these ticket giveaways. How about a pair of tickets to see Godsmack at North Island Credit Union on August 27th? How about 2 pairs of tickets to see the Smashing Pumpkins at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater this Thursday? All of that is going to be given away today on this show.
got a lot of giveaways.
How many pairs of tickets?
That's 4.
Is
That's
that
4.
4 pairs of tickets?
Yeah.
Oh, but let's do it. Let's start giving away. Let's do it right now.
Okay.
844-570-1360. 844-570-1360. We got an early bird special for you, Smashing Pumpkins. Okay, so if you want to see Smashing Pumpkins at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater this Thursday, let's give away a pair right now to the 5th caller, 844-570-1360. Haven't gotten to this yet, but we need to. The Pac-12 is now a 4-pack. We'll get into it coming up next.
A fire sale in the Pac-12. It's now down to the Pac-4. We'll talk about it next.
This update is presented by AutoZone. Starting off here with the Padres, they lose 2 of 3 against the Dodgers over the weekend. One more against LA today at Petco Park. Padres looking to split the series, and while the Padres were losing, so was everyone else. This weekend actually improves their wild card standing. They're moving up to 3 games back of that final spot. In the World Cup, Team USA loses to Sweden in penalty kicks. The 2023 World Cup ends with the knockout round of 16 for Team USA. In the NFL, full week of preseason games coming up beginning on Thursday night, and we are exactly 30 days away from the season opener between the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium on September 7th. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions do apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Big Rich, CD, and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760, rolling through a Monday. We went to break, and Rich Ben says in my ear, like, hey, did you see that Elon Musk says he's going to stream the Mark Zuckerberg, Elon Musk cage match live on Twitter or X or whatever we call it? And I said, oh, yeah, I did see that. And then I was just looking up to see if there was anything new on it. And Zuckerberg is saying he's waiting on Musk to confirm a date, and he's not holding his breath.
Wow. Okay, so Musk, I mean, for those of you at home who don't care or don't know, Elon Musk probably outweighs Mark Zuckerberg by a solid 50 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, so you have
at least
enormous
and
advantage.
he's been training with GSP.
Yeah.
Remember the old Canadian UFC guy?
Oh, yeah.
Freaking awesome.
He was incredible. Those fights. Remember when he fought Matt Serra? That was
I'm sure I've seen
unbelievable fight. Anyways, yeah, they both have been training like mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu. Mark Zuckerberg has built an octagon in his backyard. His wife's pissed.
and he's actually kind of a beast.
Yeah.
Like Zuckerberg does the Murph like a lot, which the Murph is craziness.
That's like you wear weighted vests, you go for a run, you do all sorts of chin-ups and burpees and all. It's like a military workout. Yeah, crazy that this is even being discussed as a potentiality.
I just hope it doesn't suck as much as that fight on Saturday night, which I didn't watch, but I've heard sucked, and I could have guessed it would have sucked.
Oh yeah, Nate Diaz. We'll get into that later on. The Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight was a glorified pillow fight. It was absolutely.
I saw
unwatchable.
the quote unquote knockout punch.
There was no knockout.
No,
it was a knockdown. That's all it was. They win 10 rounds.
Yeah, but round 10 was a lot of hugging.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to get hit anymore.
Yeah.
It was very clear what that was, a money grab, unfortunately. Speaking of money grabs, the Pac-12 is now the 4-pack, and it's because of money. The remaining teams, Cal, Stanford, Oregon State, and Washington State, are the last in the pool as Oregon and Washington fled to the Big Ten. Arizona, Arizona State, and Utah have announced their departures for the Big 12. All of that was preceded by Colorado jumping ship on the Pac-12 to go to the Big 12. And this is all preempted by the fact that USC and UCLA at the beginning of last football season announced that they're leaving in 2024 for the Big Ten. So this once conference of champions is now a conference of 4 schools that are looking for some friends. What do you guys think is going to be the future of this conference?
I don't think any of this matters, to be completely honest. It matters for now. It matters for the next 10 years. But I think that the age of super conferences is among us, and it's probably no longer going to be a Big 12, SEC, ACC. It's everyone is going to break up into 2 subdivisions. And I don't know how everyone lands, but everyone who deserves a seat at the table will get one, and everyone else is going to get left behind. I'll tell you what this absolutely sucks for is, let's say, the volleyball team at Arizona State. You know, the other programs, not necessarily football, basketball, who aren't going to be able to afford to travel cross country. And like so many of these teams now, they're going to have to go 3,000 miles for like a women's rugby game.
But could you see a world where like they only play like the regionally appropriate opponents? You know what I mean? Like where maybe they set up like, I don't know, like for the Big 12 now, like if it's too far for some of these teams like softball or women's and men's volleyball or track and field, even you kind of almost set up like a playoff or a championship game or match at the end of the seasons.
Yeah, I could see that.
Could
you know,
be.
between divisions.
It just, I think it
West and
just
East.
really sucks for college athletics.
I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah.
I do have a strong feeling.
No, I think the Pac-12 will become 12 again, but I think it's going to be a much lesser conference.
Oh, what if those teams just get absorbed by the Mountain West, Pac West?
Pac West. Yeah, I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, it could. But then, man, but we're talking about, money.
Yeah.
Who's getting the money?
Well, and also, I mean, a
4-team conference isn't a conference. The Pac-12 will not be getting
I
any
understand
money.
that.
So, I mean, they need to do something. So 4 teams joins a conference that's already well established and has a TV deal, be it not the best one. Like that might just be the only option for Cal. And who are the 4 teams that are left behind?
It's Cal, Oregon State, Washington State, and Stanford.
That might be the only option for them.
You don't think the Pac-12 could pick up 8 other teams or 8 other schools?
They could, but they would probably be having to reach into the Mountain West and not the great teams in the Mountain West anymore. They'd get those too, but it would just be, you'd have to go long down the list.
But
I
then
don't know
again,
about that.
The distribution for the Mountain West currently is what, 12 million? Is that what was being withheld by the conference from? So they had put together an Apple streaming deal that was going to award each of these teams $20 million who are left in the Pac-12, the 10 teams. And everybody sort of in concert went, oh, nope. And they jumped ship. So Colorado and then Arizona State, Arizona and Utah, and then Oregon and Washington, they all fled to whether it was the Big 12 or the Big 10. I mean, is there a possibility where if you do poach the top teams from the Mountain West and at very least get back to 10 teams, you can get the same deal? I don't know if you could, but could you get something better than the current Mountain West deal? Maybe. It's a strange time in college football. Like I said, I don't have a strong opinion either way on it, but I will say this. I think that if you got parachuted in and looked at college football in its current form, or even in the form it was in, say, 10 years ago, you would say this makes absolutely 0 sense.
1,000,000%, yes.
Yeah. Conferences don't have an even amount of teams. You have these 5 conferences that matter and 5 that don't, but they're all Division I, huh?
Yeah.
You don't have a championship game, or you used to not. You just guessed who the national championship was, and then you turned into a 4-team playoff when there's 120 plus teams available to play. How does any of this make sense? So what I'm saying is, if you look at it objectively and you take away tradition and you take away all the things that you care about, the rivalries and things of college football that have really kept these institutions in place, and you say, okay, burn it down and rebuild it better, maybe 2 super conferences makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, it could. Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. It probably does, and that's probably just a little bit easier to digest as not just a fan, but I mean, just as you're trying to build a sports bracket, it makes more sense.
I would be very curious to see where San Diego State now lands. Could it be, conversations with the Big 12 are back on? Could it be, the Pac-12, like I was just talking about, seeking out the top teams of the Mountain West to become whole again? Maybe they're going to go and look at other conferences like the MAC. You never know. I mean, college football is so weird now that I could very easily see where the Pac-12 used to just be this side of the Colorado Rockies conference spreading east, to the point where you could have a conference that included teams from Illinois. Like nothing's outside of the realm of possibility anymore.
That makes sense when you're the Pac-12.
Pacific
12.
Pacific 12.
Yeah. Tonight, Connecticut. Yeah, I mean, crazy.
UConn taking on Fresno State in the Pac-12 rivalry that nobody can make sense of.
Now I kind of want that. Now I'm hoping for that.
Don't you think we're gonna get to the point where it's just all good Division I football teams, 2 conferences? You can at some point play yourself into some sort of situation where it's a best of 16 tournament. I don't know, round robin, but feels like that's what it's leading to.
I love the idea of making it mimicking March Madness. Like if we get to the point where it is 2 big conferences, make it so that there's a bracket played, a 16-team bracket played on one conference side, 16-team bracket played on the other conference side, and then the 2 champions of those brackets meet in the middle for a national championship.
Bring it on. That would be badass.
That would be awesome.
60 teams each conference. It would be pandemonium. It would be so much fun. Separated into like West, Central, East divisions. Have it basically be like North versus South. I mean, I call it whatever you want. If you want to call it the Big Ten and the SEC, still fine. It doesn't matter. It's just if that's what it is, that's what it is. I'm curious. Like, we in California, there's always wildfires, but that's just a natural order of things. Like things burn down to grow back better, right?
Right.
Maybe we're going through the wildfire stage of college football, and whatever comes out of the other side is better than what was.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe.
What we know is happening in 19 days. San Diego State will be playing football at Snapdragon Stadium.
Woo!
19 days.
Did you say 19?
19 days.
Hot dang, man. Woo! I do believe that's good news.
And in 30 days, NFL kicks off officially. This week, we get a full week of NFL preseason action.
I love it.
I do too.
By the way, we'll get to see Bryce Young on the field. He's going to start.
You're talking about football? What about football, Ben?
Football? Wait, that's not football.
No. Football. Remember,
pitch?
We were all talking about kits and boots. What happened? Maybe we should get into it again.
Yeah,
maybe one last ride.
Yeah, one last go round for some sweet and sour sauce.
Sweet and sour served up to the U.S. women's national team.
What?
No, he's right.
It's not good.
No, he's right.
That's not a good joke.
It was sweet and sour.
Sweet and sours. The U.S. next. Coming up, down goes the women's national team. What's next? We'll explain. So we still got those tickets left, right? Smashing Pumpkins. We have another pair of those. Godsmack. We also have Dirks Bentley. I mean, we're giving away tickets for the rest of the show. So stay listening wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Those tickets are coming up very shortly.
Fletch, you going to Dirks?
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I've been talking about her for 2 months, man.
Jordan Davis is opening for him. That's going to be a hell of a show.
Jordan Davis. I liked her on American Idol.
No, Jordan Davis is a man with a beard.
Who was the?
Yep, knew that.
Who was the?
Love her
Jordan
too.
Sparks. Jordan Sparks.
Jordan Sparks.
I'm kidding.
Close.
I'm kidding.
So
You're
close.
so close.
Oh my gosh. Did you see? No, you sent it to me. Pumpkin Spice is back.
Pumpkin Spice is already
It's too
back.
early.
No,
But
it's not
only
too
at
early.
one location. Well, only at one establishment with a lot of locations.
We do love that
7-Eleven.
place.
We do. 7-Eleven has pumpkin spice lattes.
Thank God.
It is-
Honestly, it's not soon enough, if you ask me. I was so glad when you sent that because I yesterday went to Target, had a couple things pick up, and went down the grocery aisle, and they had pumpkin spice cold brew.
They did?
And so I have a refrigerator full of it.
It's funny that you call me the basic bitch for drinking out of a Stanley Cup, and you get so excited about
Every
pumpkin
year.
spice lattes.
Every single
It's
year.
like the most basic thing you can do.
I am a basic bitch. I've said that. I wear it proudly. You are too, though.
Yeah, fine. I like the modern comforts of a Stanley Cup. Do you know how long it keeps ice cold?
Modern comforts of a Stanley
Modern
Cup.
comforts.
Are you guys opposed to October 1st? We do the show in leggings, Ugg boots, an oversized sweatshirt, and we sip on pumpkin spice latte
With two hands.
And
And
have
there's candles.
Tiny pumpkins
Yeah.
all over
Oh
the
my
place.
God.
Yeah.
In oversized mugs.
Yeah.
And we all
Does anybody?
take Instagram, like with fuzzy hat Instagram pictures. Oh my God. Yeah, we're doing that.
Okay.
I
All
have
right.
no idea where we're going to find. Actually, I was just about to say where we're going to find leggings that size, but we're all losing so much damn weight. We might fit in a pair of Lululemons by then.
Which also, what diet are we moving on to?
Oh, we got to decide that today too. Oh, damn.
So much happening.
Okay.
October
It's
1st
either
is a
paleo
Sunday.
or vegetarian.
Paleo?
Or vegetarian.
Paleo.
Okay,
I
paleo,
don't know.
to my knowledge,
God,
that's
both of
fruits,
those sound awful.
veggies, nuts, and meat. That's it. Yeah.
Yes.
Something like that. It's basically the caveman diet.
It's
The
similar
caveman
to
diet.
keto, except I think you could have more carbs.
Okay,
I'm down to try
Let's look that
vegetarian
up
because
real
I'm
quick.
meted out.
all right, you look that up. I'm going to
Difference.
just mention that the U.S. women's national team has been knocked out of World Cup contention. So play ended on Sunday night with a penalty kick shootout where 3 Americans didn't even hit the frame of the net. You had Smith O'Hara and Megan Rapinoe, who's hanging up the boots for good now, didn't even put their shots on goal. Sweden prevailed 5-4 after the goalless 120 minutes. So Sunday's loss sent the Americans home in the round of 16. That is their earliest exit in a major tournament ever. Does this really bug anybody here? Because I saw there was a huge backlash on soccer Twitter.
Yeah, no, and actually I find it to be a little bit unfounded, where they're hammering Megan Rapinoe. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
It's Rapinoe, isn't it?
Rapinoe.
Is it? I always said Rapinoe too. I guess it could be Rapinoe.
Because she laughed when she missed the kick. And to me, the laugh was like, are you effing kidding me?
I completely agree with you.
And look, I mean, whether you like her or not, I mean, that's what the laugh was. It wasn't like, ha, 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 ha. We all miss sometimes.
Screw
it wasn't
you,
that,
America, and defecting to Russia.
Yeah.
That's not what it was.
No, it was like, you have to be kidding me. How did I miss that stupid shot?
The feeling was astonishment. When you are astonished by something, whether positive or negative, sometimes laughter comes out.
Yeah.
Like when you can't believe your eyes, sometimes you get tearful, sometimes you laugh, sometimes, I mean, depending on what it is, you could be angered by it. But I truly agree with you. I think a lot of people were looking to lob pot shots at her for whatever their political beliefs were or her political beliefs are. And I just don't see it. I think she was having that moment where she was like, this is my last game ever.
Mm-hmm.
I've decided I'm never playing soccer again at the professional or world level ever again. And if this is how it ends.
Yeah.
If you don't laugh, you cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was. I mean, it's sad that U.S. is out of it, of course. However, I do not follow it enough to have it really break my heart. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, I'm a fan of the USA. I want the USA to do great. I want to hear the USA is going to win the thing. But I forgot that game was on.
Here's my problem with it is because these games were played in the middle of the night, it would lose its gusto for me to watch the replaying of these games because you know the outcomes.
Right.
You know, so unless I was willing, which I'm not, to stay up all hours of the night to watch it live, to me, what makes sports special is anything can happen in every moment. I watched Jake Paul and Nate Diaz. Like, it was a live event. It wasn't a good live event, but I watched it live. Like, I could not keep my eyes open or set an alarm in good conscience to watch the women's team play.
It's funny you picked up your phone when you said I watched that event.
Oh, yeah.
Because I also watched it on my phone,
Yeah.
which I find interesting.
Yeah.
Keto versus paleo. Paleo is you can't eat anything that's processed. It's all unprocessed food. So nuts, meats, non-starchy vegetables, some tubers, which I don't know what that is, but apparently like yams is a tuber.
Oh God.
Yeah, exactly. No processed sugar, meats, leafy greens, fish, no grains, eggs are okay, oils like coconut oil, olive oil, that is all fine. No dairy.
No dairy, no grains, meaning no bread again?
Yeah, no bread.
No cheese either if there's no
Beasting.
dairy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So, okay, but we get nuts back.
We get nuts and we get vegetables
and
back.
fruit and vegetables.
Yeah.
We haven't had fruit or vegetables in forever.
No, we haven't.
Totally.
No, yes, I've had very little fruit and vegetable. That's for sure.
Yeah, actually, I haven't had a piece of fruit in a month. I know that for sure.
Oh wow!
I don't think I have either. Fruit's been out.
I have had a banana. I've had one raspberry, and I had a peach.
One raspberry?
One raspberry.
You only eat one raspberry.
Well, because we had the raspberries in the fridge, and it was the time I was being real good, and I'm like, I'm just gonna taste one. And so I had one raspberry, and then they went bad.
What the worst thing about raspberries is that you buy them, that can be the greatest fruit to eat, or they're so sour they
Correct.
just suck.
Correct.
And you are dreading actually having to eat them. I can't tell you how many raspberry bunches have just rotted in the refrigerator because you take that first bite and you're just like, oh no, these suck.
Yeah, these are terrible.
Yeah, why do we buy these?
Which also, are there any good watermelons anymore? It has been a
Dude, Merced,
long
California
time.
has some dank watermelons.
Merced?
Dank.
Merced, California, off a little cart off the highway.
Dank, you say?
Delicious.
Thank
So-
you, say?
You know what else is dank?
What's that?
Long ball.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about Saturday night.
Mm.
Kendall and I were getting ready to go out on the town, and we both had a couple of the long ball 10%ers.
Okay.
Oh boy, they work quick.
Yeah.
Long ball's a canned cocktail. You're going to be hearing from Daniel coming up at 8:45 today. He's jumping in studio. Daniel O'Connor, one of the founders of Long Ball. He and his brother Dennis founded it in San Diego in January of 2023. It's shareable. It's crushable. It just has 3 ingredients: iced tea, natural flavors, and clean alcohol. 123 calories, just 5 grams of sugar. It fits into the diet. Long balls have that clean, refreshing finish that will keep you in the game all day long. You can find Long Ball at more than 20 San Diego golf courses, one of which we will be playing on Thursday with our listener contestant winner, who will be announced at 8:45. Find it at kegandbottle.com, a bunch of different retailers. Visit longballshooter.com for a full list and sign up for the Long Ball Challenge for your chance to win $10,000 in cash and prizes. We got a tweet this weekend from our buddy Jamar, who figured out a new life hack when it comes to long ball. The actual long ball booze, the Long Ball Shooter,
Okay.
mixed with Sprite.
Oh, wow.
He said he was drinking it all weekend long and loved every second of it. Go long, tease nuts. Please drink responsibly.
All right, coming up next, we got pairs of tickets everywhere. We got Dirks Bentley, we got Godsmack, we got Smashing Pumpkins. Be listening for those. Also, the debut of a brand new segment, Red Pill, Blue Pill, and we weigh ourselves in for the first time in 4 weeks. Gulp.
Hour 2, Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. This update presented by AutoZone. The Padres lose 2 of 3 against the Dodgers over the weekend. One more against LA today at Petco Park. Padres looking to split the series. And while the Padres were losing, so was everyone else. This weekend actually improves their wild card standing. They're moving up. There's 3 games back of that final wild card spot. In the World Cup, Team USA is out. They lose to Sweden in penalty kicks. And in the NFL, full week of NFL preseason games coming up beginning on Thursday night, 30 days away from the season opener, just 19 days away from the opener of the San Diego State Aztecs. Good morning, Travis. The free AutoZone Fix Finder service can help troubleshoot the likely cause of your pesky check engine light for free and help you save time and money down the road. Restrictions do apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Woo! Happy Monday to those who celebrate. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch with you on this glorious Monday. We're all looking forward to, with bated breath, find out what our weights are.
I'm actually nervous.
I got beef with people.
You got beef?
I got beef.
What's happened?
What was it? Aries Spears?
Yeah.
Aries Spears and Rich going back and forth as Joe Paterno and Shaq should have broken the internet.
Right.
It got like no love.
300 views.
That Shaq impression was one of the best impressions I've ever heard.
It's so good.
By the way,
He's so funny.
the best bracket ever, when I was looking to see how the Aries Spears video was doing, and I was like 300. I think it was 303 when I looked at it. The best bracket ever was now at 4.7 million.
It went viral on Reddit again like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
Love
I
that.
got to do that again. That was better.
Worst bracket ever.
Yeah, actually, the worst bracket ever should be the next move.
I still think the best cereal bracket.
I don't hate that idea.
Just saying, you got General Mills on one side, you got Post on the other. We get reps from both to come on.
Now that has I really like the idea of pitting them against each other.
Right.
This is it's going to be a tussle. We'll figure out what the next one is. I'm nervous too. I have butterflies in my stomach as I'm thinking about getting on that scale for the first time in 4 weeks. What should we do first, though?
Just rip the Band-Aid off.
You want to do this right
Jump
away?
right in?
Rip the Band-Aid. I already put a tweet out saying we're doing it right now.
Oh, okay. So we have to do it.
Okay. Who wants to go?
I'll turn this camera
first?
around.
I'll do it. I'll go first.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'll do it
Hang on.
first.
I'm gonna film
way,
you from start to finish.
I feel like this
Or
is
actually,
gonna be,
Ben, you film them. You film them.
This is gonna be sad.
And then we'll do it all on your phone. I'll take your phone.
Hang on. Is this mic on over here?
That mic should be. Here,
Or
pop
pot it
that up.
Okay. All right. The mic is on. I'm gonna walk over on the other side.
All right. Here he goes. All right. Hang on. Don't you step on that scale yet.
I'm not stepping on. I'm squatting. I'm squatting.
All right.
He's
He's squatting over the scale. Ben's setting up our. So if you want to watch us on YouTube live right now, you can every single day. Just type Big Rich, TD, and Fletch on YouTube. Also, while you're at it, we talk about TikTok and Instagram all the time. Big Rich, TD, Fletch on TikTok and Instagram and Twitter or X, whatever it's called now. You can find all of our videos there. Okay, so again, 286.4 is where you weighed in initially.
That's sad. That's depressing. I just stand on the scale. It turns on and goes.
So step on it and just get the blue light to come on and then step off.
Okay.
Is it on now?
Yeah, it's on. We're on.
Okay. And then all you got to do is step on and stay still.
All right, here we go. Ready? Here we
Okay,
go.
here's
I'm
Travis.
stepping on now.
What do we got?
278.
He's so excited. He's running. He's doing a victory lap. Travis has left the studio. He's doing a victory lap.
My life.
How much? Wait. So 278 is
8.5 pounds.
Oh my God.
Losing weight. Wow.
Okay, it's working.
Wow, 8.5 pounds.
All right, Ben.
Wait a minute. Did you get nude the first time?
And hang on. I'm okay. I'm gonna film you.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, that's right. So Ben is now almost complete.
You gotta leave the shoes.
Why are you so tan?
You gotta leave the shoes.
Dude, this is the most unbelievable tan I've ever seen in my life. Okay.
The shoes. That's cheating.
No, it's not.
You shoes back on.
Hold on. The shoes
Whoa,
were on at the first weigh-in, right?
Yeah.
Come on now. Come on.
We're going to shame you into not cheating the scale.
That's right. That's right.
This thing's zero. Now I have
Listen, I did like a half a lap around the building. I am winded. I need to lose more.
The next stop is actually working.
That's right. The next stop actually working out indeed. All right. The shoes are back on. The shirt's back on. The golden tan now covered up. Ben Fletcher standing over the scale. He's popping his collar for some reason. And now he's stepping on. And here we go. We're going to get the weight. What is it? What is it?
268, baby.
268 flat?
I said 269. That's
Wow! Wow! Unbelievable. Well, it's time for Rich Ornberger. Okay.
That's 11 pounds down, baby.
11 pounds. That's incredible.
All right, so you're down 11. You're down
8.5.
I feel like I'm gonna be coming up in the caboose here. I don't think I've lost a lot of weight.
No, I can tell. I can tell you're trim.
Hang on.
You're trim. Okay, here we go. So Rich Ornberger now walking over to the scale. Not didn't try to take off his shoes and cheat. That was good. Scale is on.
Scale's on.
Scale is on. Okay, scale is on. Here comes Rich stepping onto the scale. We're looking for a final.
300. What? 297. 297.
Yes, this is the best day of our lives. 297. So you dropped 9 pounds?
9 pounds.
I'm the caboose.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
fine with that with 8.5 pounds.
Holy
Listen,
smokes, we
I'm
did
happy
it.
that I was happy there was movement in the scale.
Oh my God, we did it.
Yeah, because I got to tell you, this has not been a fun month.
No.
Wow.
You could argue this has been terrible.
So what's our total here? We got, what you got, 11 pounds on the money? Ben Fletcher.
Okay.
11. You got 9 pounds?
9 pounds on the, let's see, 297 on the nose. So I've lost 9.6.
Okay, so we're at 20.6 plus my 8.5. I was 278.1, right?
Right.
Yeah, I have it all on camera.
286.4. Yeah.
Oh, 0.4. Okay,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
8.3. I've already lost track.
I don't know. We're
Do I need
close
to read
30
the
pounds
exact-
down as a
Yeah, hang on.
whatever. it is.
11. What did we say? 9.6.
9.6 for me.
Hang on, I'll give you the exact
And
numbers.
then 8.3
Okay.
for me.
For you, yeah.
Okay, so that's 17.9 plus 11. All right.
What-
9.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
28.9 pounds.
28.9
Damn.
What
pounds.
was the over?
Okay, so do we need the
The
exact?
over
I have
hit.
exact numbers.
Okay.
Travis,
yeah.
278.1.
278.1. Typed it in. Next.
Me, hang
Ben.
on.
We're so excited about this. Listen, everybody, just hang on. We'll get back to something else.
268.6.
268.6. Done.
I'm proud of that.
You should be proud.
Yeah,
You lost more weight than anybody.
Let's see. Rich Orberger, 297.1.
Wow.
0.1. Okay.
This is incredible.
This is incredible. Oh my
Nice
God.
work, team.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not- it's next level fit guy stuff. That's
Yeah,
all we do.
you know-
We live it, breathe it.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Look, we wake up in the morning and we pee excellence. This was our goal from the jump. And
Just
we
Purebred and American winning machines, baby.
we had nothing but faith in ourselves, as you knew.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a big deal. Okay, so yeah, we're looking at down almost 30 pounds after the first weigh-in as a show.
Hot damn.
Look at us.
I mean, I would have for sure taken the under.
If
When
I-
we said,
oh, you're right.
what was
25.
it, 24, 25 pounds? We were saying, which do you want to take, the higher or the low? I was taking under. I figured on average, we'd each lose maybe 5 to 8 pounds.
Yeah, that's right.
We
I thought the
crushed
same
that.
thing. I thought the same thing. I thought actually,
Awesome.
I thought Ben, you were going to lose the most here because you do look trimmer.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, 10 pounds sheds a lot off you. Also makes you tanner, which
And
is weird.
apparently, you're like 20 pounds away from growing an inch. That's my
Oh,
Hey, now.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
we'll get
right.
there.
Remember, every 30
That's
pounds?
right.
As a show, collectively, we've grown an inch. It's true. It's true. Our show has grown an inch because every 30 pounds, there's so much. There's so much there. All right. Well, next level fit guy stuff summer. If you're following along at home, we're gonna have more weigh-ins every 4 weeks until we decide the summer's over, I guess.
Well, isn't the summer over in like? Well, I guess we'd have technically
we all need to
two more
lose
weigh-ins.
10% of our body weight. That was the goal.
So I have
So
to
if I
lose...
weighed 80 pounds, I'd be solid right now.
This is so.
So you'd
so
have to
tough.
lose 10% of your body weight. That's what so you'd have to lose 31 pounds.
31. All right.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem that.
That sounds really hard when you say 31
But
pounds.
you've already lost 9.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
you only have
29 left.
yeah,
22 left.
22 left.
left.
Yeah,
Just like I
Math,
said.
everyone. Math here
Well,
on Big
you know
Rich,
what,
TD,
guys?
and Fletch.
I'm very proud.
Yeah,
of
high
this.
fives all
Collective
around.
high
Yeah.
fives.
Yeah.
We
We
said
did
we
it.
were going to do something. We freaking did it.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Taco Bell after the show.
100% I'm having a cheat meal after the show's over. 100%.
I have to do
Also-
an interview at 10:30. Are they open right after the show?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Probably not, but we'll find somewhere else. Also, I just told Ben, I didn't tell you. I have to have more oral surgery done
No.
today, which means that you guys can talk to me when I'm high on drugs later.
Yeah, we'll do a StreamYard around. What time is your appointment?
It's 11. So
Perfect.
Whenever I get
Nooner.
out.
It's a nooner.
Travis and I'll be in Not the Office, and we will StreamYard you
Yeah.
so that we can all three
Definitely.
record everything.
It's gonna
Definitely.
be great.
It's going to be real good. Are you going to be in tomorrow?
Yeah, that's a plan. I actually just remembered because I looked at my calendar that it was today,
Cool.
15 minutes ago.
Can you
So-
still be high when you come in tomorrow? Like
Well,
whatever pills they give you, just pop a couple right before the show.
That's the plan. I
Cool.
don't think I'm allowed to work without them.
We got some congratulations on the YouTube stream. Our buddy Don says your guys' clothes are looking kind of loose. Applause to all of you.
Wow. Look at
How
that.
about
Mike
fact-
says congratulations, boys. Paris says good job, mates. Keep it going. Paris, enjoy that white monster and cigar this morning.
Really good stuff right there. Do you guys want to do red pill, blue pill?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
What
Okay.
kind of music do you want? Funky?
Yeah, maybe a little jazzy
Mhm.
riff.
Mhm.
So red pill, blue pill. The way we're going to do this is basically rabbit. Right. It's our version of it. So we're going to ask questions, and you're going to have to choose whether you want the red pill or the blue pill. We'll start with this one. Okay. If I were going to offer you one of the two, red pill, keep Fernando Tatis Jr. in right field permanently. Blue pill, move him to shortstop permanently.
Didn't even hear the question. I'm loving this music.
I feel like it's jazz tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would move him to shortstop.
Yeah.
Permanently?
I think so.
Okay, forever and ever. He's not allowed to move back. He's got to play
Dude, he's
shortstop.
a shortstop. He's the captain of this team. Now, I will say what they're doing with him in right field is working in the sense that he's healthy. He's been playing every game, but he doesn't look like Fernando anymore.
Okay.
He didn't pay 140 mil or however much that contract was to have him just be a guy.
So you're going blue pill, move him to shortstop permanently.
When I see Fernando be Fernando out in right field and make some crazy catches, make some crazy plays, some crazy throws, I go, God, I love that so much. I wish I could see more, and I would if he was just shortstop. Put him there permanently.
Blue pill. Okay.
Blue pill.
I'm going to go red pill because of what Ben said first. His durability is the most important ability. So it doesn't matter to me if he's an electric shortstop. I'm just glad that you get to see him every night because it was worse when Fernando was unavailable, even though it was better when he was available. So I'm going to take the red pill, keep him at right field permanently, moving on. Okay, red pill. You're the highest paid edge rusher in the NFL.
Mhm.
Blue pill. You're Shohei Ohtani.
Shohei.
Wait, are you Shohei Ohtani on the Angels?
Well, yeah, you're just Shohei. So
Actually,
you're about to collect probably some part of $500 million to play baseball, or you're the top paid pass rusher in the NFL.
okay, let's think about this a little bit. NFL season, 17 games.
Correct.
So less boring as the baseball season, 162 games. Like that's almost 10 times the amount of games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Yeah.
In the baseball season, dude, it's a slog. And if you don't get along with one of the guys, too bad. You're with him the entire time. Plane rides, locker room, hotels, no matter what, you are with the same people the entire time.
You know what fixes that? $500 million.
Okay, but if you're the highest paid edge rusher, you're making what, 25 a year, 26 a
I
year?
mean, you're making good money.
Like
yeah.
still enough to retire
Aaron
on.
Donald's making what? I mean, I
think
guess
closer to 30.
Yeah. So
No.
30 mil a year.
No, I'm not saying that it's bad money over in the NFL. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying $500 million.
More. It's probably going to be closer to like 650.
Ooh. So you guys both taking the blue pill?
I know I want to be defensive end.
You're red pill.
I think so.
Okay.
I think I'm Shohei.
You're Shohei.
Yeah.
All right. I'm also going red pill, and it's because of my attention span. 162 games.
It's too much.
No shot.
Too many games.
No shot. I mean, I barely made it through the NFL season. Dude,
it was 16 at that
time. Yeah, it was 16.
But you're still the highest paid.
Yeah, but I'm the highest paid. Oh, yeah. So I think I'm going red pill there. All right, next one. Red pill. The San Diego State Aztecs joined the Big 12. Blue pill, the Aztecs joined the Pac-12, or what's left of it. Red or blue? Red or blue?
So can I say neither?
No. You got to take one.
Okay, I mean, yeah, in a perfect world, they join the Big 12 and are competitive immediately and get all that money. But the Big 12 is, what is that now, like 15, 16? Like, I feel like it's jumping up in numbers so progressively. And whoever's coming in right now isn't getting the same money that everyone has had since they've been there.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting significantly less. If you were to go Pac West, which is Mountain West and the rest of the Pac 12 combined, I like that. I think that's the best scenario.
That's not a pill.
So then Pac 12, I guess.
Okay. All right.
I kind of feel that way too. Pac-12. Be part of the Pac-12. Be the top dog there. If there is some kind of merger, you're still on top.
Okay.
I think I go Pac-12.
I think we're all in agreement here. I think as it stands right now, I think you would probably get a larger share. And this is assuming the Pac-12 even exists beyond this week. I mean, you may
be on this show.
I mean, yeah, the way news has been breaking with this conference. Yeah, I think I'm in agreement. It would be cool to see them at the top of a conference again, like they were in the Mountain West. If they join the Pac-12 with Oregon State, Washington State, Cal, and Stanford, you could argue they would be that conference's top team, depending on who else they're able to add. All right, moving on to this one. You have to start one of these quarterbacks for the entire season. Red pill, Carson Wentz. Blue pill, Colin Kaepernick. Who are you starting?
Neither's not an option.
God.
Is there a cyanide capsule?
Would you rather?
Is there a cyanide capsule that I can take instead?
You know what?
Carson Wentz.
Yeah, I think I got to go Carson Wentz too. I feel like it's less of a headache.
Yeah. Red pill, Carson Wentz. It's for everything we know. If Colin Kaepernick joins the team, it is going to be page one news on every single periodical, website, news show, sports talk show.
Right now, Carson Wentz is essentially out of the league. He doesn't have a team.
Oh, yeah.
He's a free agent, can sign with somebody. It's probably going to take an injury.
Same with Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah. Have you seen Carson Wentz in his practice videos? He's been throwing out there
wearing all three uniforms.
It just keeps changing. He just keeps going to the closet.
I like it a lot.
I think one of them, he wore like a Commander's t-shirt.
He wore the Philadelphia Eagles helmet, the Washington Commanders jersey, and the Colts shorts.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I mean, he's letting his free flag fly.
Both of those guys actually, though, had pretty similar paths. Both of them had the 1 year in the NFL where it was like, oh, my God, this dude's going to be around for the next 10, 15 years and be one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And then just the fall off. And I'm not talking about Collins off the field stuff. I'm talking about his play.
Yeah. Well, and think about it. Both of them took teams to the Super Bowl. Carson Wentz got injured during the Super Bowl season. Nick Foles took over and won it.
If he didn't get injured, he wins MVP that year.
And Kaepernick took, I believe it was the Niners-Ravens Super Bowl?
Yep.
When the
Harbaugh
lights went out?
Bowl.
Yep, the Harbaugh Bowl. All right, last one. Red pill. Every meal has to be from 7-Eleven, but you can drink wherever and whatever you want. Blue pill, every alcoholic beverage you drink has to be a hard kombucha, but you can eat wherever and whatever you want.
This is
Red
for
pill,
the rest of
7-Eleven.
this is for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life.
But every alcohol, I could drink water.
You could drink water. Every alcoholic drink, though, has to be a hard kombucha.
So you're saying I go sober?
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because how many of those can you actually have?
All right.
I think I'd go sober. I'd go blue
I
pill.
think I would too.
I
Okay,
think
blue pill.
7-Eleven and drink whatever I want seems great for a few months.
Yeah, but you
But then
can't
I'd be like, oh God.
you can't go the Remy anymore.
I know that's my thought.
Yeah,
you
I think
can't-
I'll
yeah.
go sober.
I think I'm with you. I
Or
think
learn to love kombucha, which I don't think is possible.
I don't think I wouldn't try it.
I'm with you guys.
try it.
I wouldn't even try.
It sounds terrible. Kombucha? And honestly, I don't even have a inkling inside of me that wants to try that.
It's as good as it sounds. Trust me.
I mean, it sucks, but you should try it.
Is kombucha the stuff that people put in like a little like petri dish and grow whatever that weird tea is?
Oh, yeah, I think that is it.
No, I think that's ayahuasca.
No,
Could
it's
be
not.
ayahuasca.
That's not.
Okay, so
Ayahuasca.
kombucha, if you like the taste of balsamic vinegar, that's what it tastes
Okay,
like
hold
to
on.
me.
I do like that, but not as a refreshing beverage.
So have you had June Shine?
Yeah.
That company? They
Yeah.
actually make a pretty good peach one.
I had some of those actually when I was on the trip to Connecticut. I had one of those in the garage with my brother-in-law. He's like, "Don't you like these?" I'm like, "No." And he was like, "Why are you still drinking it?" He's like,
Oh,
"You
yeah.
don't have to drink it." I'm like, "Well, you gave it to me, so I'm going to finish it."
Yeah. That's it. And the kombucha, the weird growing in the jar. No way. Absolutely
Oh, wait,
not.
Show Ben this picture.
Absolutely
I
not.
had no idea that's how
Yeah,
it's grown.
That is. Look at this.
Oh, that's horrifying.
Yeah, this is. Look at this. Growing in a jar.
Is that ice cream?
No, it's like tea and it's growing inside. of
Yeah, that makes me want to throw up.
Yeah.
'Cause it's fermented
it.
tea.
Yeah.
That's what gives it alcohol.
That does not. That
Yeah. I mean.
that makes my eyes water. Oh,
Okay, John Schaefer like lives on that stuff.
I know. All right. Well, that's red pill, blue pill.
I
We
liked
did
it.
it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I liked it. That's
Is that a new
good.
Monday feature?
I mean, it could be.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll just goof
We're
around.
just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah.
You know,
Wild and crazy guys.
freshen things up here
Hey,
as we
we
head
all
into
lost
football
weight.
season. Yeah, we did.
We lost like significant weight. I think we've earned the Taco Bell run.
We are next level big guys. Yeah.
Hold on.
Damn
Does
right.
that mean paleo starts after Taco Bell?
Yes.
suppose so.
I think we do a cheat meal and then
Could be a cheap day.
How many $5 boxes am I allowed?
I mean, if I buy all the Taco Bell in one sitting, but I eat the rest of it later as well, does that count? Like as if I bought a week's worth.
all right, Rich, give the final numbers again.
All
We
right.
lost.
So here's our loss. Here's what we weighed in at. So Travis's first weigh-in, he was 286.4. This weigh-in 278.1.
Thank
Nice
you.
work, man.
Thank you. I feel good.
Ben, 279.7 his first weigh-in. Wow.
Unbelievable.
He just weighed in today at 268.6.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
That is incredible.
Hold your
Yeah.
applause.
And then I weighed in at 306.6 originally. That is a lot of man. And I weighed in at 297.1 today. So right there,
Unbelievable.
we did it.
You're going to pass me, Rich.
I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know if that's possible.
Gosh,
At this rate,
You
it's
know,
a race for the basement.
this would be crazy if we kept up just this pace, which, I mean, I'm going to tell you, I'm not good at this. I'd be in the 60s, 260s
Yeah.
Yeah.
next month.
Next month, you'll be in the 60s. You
Yes.
will break 270.
Settle down, ladies.
yeah, exactly. I know everybody's lined up for our autograph outside, but we got to run here. But how about this? Let's play a little That's Bunkman on the other side, 844-570-1360. Dial that number, 844-570-1360. You can choose between seeing Dirks Bentley, Godsmack, or the Smashing Pumpkins. That's coming up next. Call now.
We got tickets to Dirks Bentley on August 18th. We got tickets to Godsmack on August 27th. We got tickets to Smashing Pumpkins coming up this Thursday. They're all going to be at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. You can go to Ticketmaster.com for info. But we're playing That's Bunkman for tickets coming up next.
This update is presented by the Jim Betrell Real Estate Team. We'll begin here with the Padres. They lose 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers over the weekend. One more against LA today at Petco Park. Padres looking to split the series. And while the Padres were losing, so was everyone else. This weekend actually improves their wild card standing. They move up to just 3 games back of that final spot. In the World Cup, Team USA gets knocked out in the round of 16 against Sweden. The game went to penalty kicks, and U.S. couldn't get it done. In the NFL, full week of NFL preseason games coming up beginning on Thursday night. We're going to see Bryce Young, the number 1 overall pick, now playing with the Carolina Panthers this week. We'll be starting the game 30 days out from the season opener on September 7th, 19 days out from Aztecs football. Get ready. Would you like to know what your home would sell for today? Get a simple text message with your home's value by texting your address to 855-600-6000. You'll get no phone call, just a text. Jim Betrell has the buyers. Simply text your address to 855-600-6000.
Peg Rashidi and Fletch, San Diego Sports 760, 30 pounds lighter on a Monday. Feeling super fit.
That sounds good. Say that again.
30 pounds lighter as a show.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a show,
Yeah.
collectively losing almost 30 pounds is a huge accomplishment. Like we said on the outset, this is next level fitness stuff. So we put our childhood games away, and like men, we stepped up to a challenge, and we somehow, by the grace of God, or whoever is looking over all of us, we were able to find a way to prominence, to the promised land.
I watched a guy make a tater tot pizza on TikTok yesterday. It was a cast iron skillet, just a layer of tater tots, pizza sauce,
Yeah.
mozzarella cheese, pepperoni, cut up bell peppers, mushrooms over an open fire.
Is that paleo? Can we eat that?
Wait, hold on. Is a potato a tuber?
It's got to be.
I don't-
We could
they're
do
so-
it with yams.
Starch.
We could do that with a sweet potato.
I don't mind a sweet potato,
Yeah,
actually.
that
I don't mind a yam, really. A tuber is a plant that's mainly grows underground. Potatoes and yams are tubers. It says tubers.
I think we can do
we
this.
could do a potato.
We could
Oh
do
my
it.
God, that changes my life.
Oh my God. Does that mean French fries are paleo? That can't
that can't
possibly.
be right.
Oh, wait, no, that's processed. That's
Yeah,
processed.
it has to do with the way
Oh.
you prepare it also. Like, you can't deep fry a potato. It'd be okay.
So what? We just eat it raw?
Yeah.
I think
You
that's
gotta
actually
raw dog
bad
that
for you.
potato.
I think that's actually very bad for you. You're
That
not
sounds
supposed to eat a raw potato.
poisonous.
Well, gents, I'd like to welcome Corey onto the show.
Hey, Corey.
Corey,
how are
what's
you,
going
buddy?
on?
Yeah, man.
Hey, how's it going? Good morning.
Hey,
Good
good morning
morning,
to you,
good morning.
Corey. We have a little game we like to call That's Bunkman, where we give you a story from our lives. You have to decide whether we're telling you the truth or if that's Bunkman. Do you think you're ready to play?
Let's do it.
Okay, first,
Yeah.
quick matter of business.
Yeah, you got to tell us what you're playing for.
Yeah.
So we actually have 3 different pairs of tickets here you can win, Corey. The first one's Dirks Bentley, August 18th. The next one is Godsmack, August 27th. Or we have Smashing Pumpkins with special guest Stone Temple Pilots this Thursday. They're all going to be at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater. You can go to Ticketmaster.com for all 3 of those. But Corey, which one would you like to play for?
Let's go for Dirks Bentley.
Okay, Dirks. You and Ben Fletch are going to be out at Dirks, tossing a few
All
back.
right.
Yeah, drinking all the kombucha you can drink.
No, I'm going to be more tequila than Ben for that show.
What? Are you? Is that paleo?
If you do it by itself.
I love how he goes,
I think so.
Dude, it's Dirks Bentley. It's once a year that I get to go enjoy one of my favorite artists and be smashed drunk while I do it.
it's made
Once
from,
a year. Once a year. By the way, there's several videos that happen the other once a year. Just hours ago.
Only once a year.
I'm saying once a year I get to see Dirks.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
I'm saying once a year I get drunk. I got smashed on Saturday night
Once
with
a
Jonathan
week.
and his girlfriend Jenna.
All right.
I thought Corey just hung up on us because we were having a little chit chat over here. Sorry, Corey.
Who wants to go first? Who wants to ask Corey a question first about their lives?
Corey, you know the rules, right? We give you the list. Did you just say this, Rich?
Yeah.
You explained this?
He's
Okay.
got it,
I
he's
felt
got
like this was deja vu. You got to get 3 out of 5 correct here. Here is your first statement, and it is from me. I was paid $150 for an 8-hour shoot to be an extra in History Channel's TV show Pawn Stars Do America, where I was instructed just to talk and mingle in the background as the host looked at unique items brought in by customers. Is that true, or is that bunk, man?
That's true.
Incorrect. I just actually looked that up last night to be an extra. I had not been one. I applied, Corey. It hasn't happened yet. But unfortunately, you are in an 0-1 hole here. But not a problem. Not a problem. You get 3 out of the next 4. You're golden.
Okay, Ben, you want to go next? Okay,
Sure. This Corey happened all the way back when I was 7 years old. My brother and his friend Eric thought they actually killed me while we were playing with sock and bop and boxing. I went flying over a couch, landed on my head. They thought I snapped my neck, were afraid to go tell my parents that they killed me, and kind of just left me there.
Wow. Okay, that's not true. That is the most elaborate lie I've ever heard. So, Corey, we asked you,
Very intense story.
is that true or
I
is
think
it
that's
bunk,
true.
man? Did he say true?
He did. Yeah, he got it. Yeah, we were talking about this. Was it after the show on Friday?
Yeah.
And we're like, that is a bunk man right there.
Oh, yeah,
You
that's
guys
right.
remember Sock and Bop 'em? How
Yeah.
awesome those
Oh,
things
yeah.
were? They're
Oh,
like inflatable boxing gloves.
We should get some.
They just sent
Oh
me
my
flying
God.
right over the couch, and I landed at kind of a snapped neck angle.
And so you were knocked unconscious?
Yeah, the story's grown over the years, but yeah, I'd say that's safe to say.
Wow, that is why you are the way you
And they
are.
thought they killed me.
Well, there it is, man. You're knotted up 1-1, Corey. You got to get 2 more right here, and we'll go with Rich's statement now.
Okay, so Corey, when I was 9 years old, I was helping my grandfather cut branches from a tree while standing on top of the garage, on the roof of the garage. I fell from the roof, but landed on a fence, which broke my fall and saved my life. Is that true, or is that bunk, man?
Bunk man.
Ooh.
No, that is 100% true. My grandfather was not real keen on safety parameters. I was actually holding a branch that weighed probably as much as I did. And he's using a chainsaw on top of a garage roof. The branch comes free, and the weight of it swung me clear off the roof. I went flying. I landed onto one of those low chain link fences, but I landed on it so flush, like my back bended around it, and it sunk down like 4 inches or 5 inches. And somehow I just flipped over the other side and onto my feet.
Unbelievable.
He was like, "Yeah, all right." I'm like, "Yeah." He goes,
You got to pay for that fence.
He goes, "Why don't you climb up the ladder? I need your help." I had to finish the job. All right, so you're in a 1-2 hole here.
Yeah, you got to get the next 2 right, Corey.
Not looking good.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, just take a
But
breath,
if you
Corey.
get one more wrong, we will hang up on you, Corey.
Here we go. Here's one. Here's one from me here. Yesterday, Corey, my daughter's boyfriend completely disrespected me in my own home, no less, by spending several hours by himself in my garage playing Star Wars pinball just so he could beat my high score, and he did, and now I can't catch up because I spent several hours trying and failed. Is that true, or is that bunk man?
That is true.
It's
Wow.
true. Yeah, total lack of respect there. I'm not even on the leaderboard
Yeah,
anymore.
but we kind of like Griffin more than we like you, so it's okay.
Griffin's a great
I
man.
love Griffin.
And what's so
And
funny,
good at pinball.
yeah, and
Yeah.
really good at pinball. And he's handsome. And I bet he weighs less than all of us.
I'm
It's
sure.
almost no
All right.
question.
Yes, he
Corey,
does.
this is it, man. You
Yeah.
get this right, you win. You get this wrong, you're
It
out.
got quiet. It got real.
Oh, man.
It got made me nervous
The
there.
tension really.
Wow.
Corey, this one will be for me.
We only have
And
1:10 bed, so it runs out. Oh, I'm sorry. I step on you, man.
you got more? I'm just curious.
What?
All right, here you go,
No,
Corey.
no,
You're
that's-
confusing our listener,
yeah,
Ben. You
come
need
on,
to tell
Ben.
him what story about your life is true or bunk, man.
All right, Corey. In high school baseball, due to a fight at second base, like a lot like Jose Ramirez and Tim Anderson, a player at Merced High and I both ended up getting our police records taken because the fight got so out of hand and carried out into the parking lot. True or bunk, man?
That is bunk man.
Wow.
Where's the winner music?
Wow.
There we go.
I think we have a winner.
There we go.
Corey, you just won yourself a pair of tickets to see Dirks Bentley at North Island Credit Union Amphitheater on August 18th. More tickets and info available at Ticketmaster.com. If you need to bring more than just a couple folks out there, you
Yeah.
can pick up some more tickets there. How do you feel after the big win, Corey?
Oh, feeling good. Climbed out of that hole and got the ticket.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
I'll be damned.
He's good. He's real good, folks.
This
Real
is
good.
a solid Monday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Corey, did we mention we lost 30 pounds as a show? Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you put him on hold.
What, 29 pounds? 30?
Whoa. We like to round up.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's it.
Jeez.
Hang up on Corey. Hang up on him. Never mind. We changed our minds. He's not going to Dirks Bentley. Screw Corey.
Wow.
No, that's a big win. We're proud of him.
Yeah, we are proud of him. Yeah, it's very exciting. We still have 2 more pairs of tickets to give away during this show.
No, I rewind the clock to when I fell off that roof, and I think, is that when my back problem started?
Got a mustache.
Woo!
Also, I mean, did your grandpa look at you and go, "That boy should play football"?
Dude, not even a little bit. All I was to Grandpa was like a useful person around the house to do dangerous stuff with. Like legitimately at 9 years old, my mom used to have to come home early from work on days she knew I didn't have after school stuff to keep my grandfather from doing dangerous stuff with me.
It's great.
He's a madman.
Dangerous stuff with grandpa.
Dude, he would have me drive sometimes before my feet were even like, I couldn't really reach the pedals. I'll tell you how I would have reached the pedals if I had those arch supports from the Good Feet store, though. Yeah. And I'll tell you what those arch supports have done for my back after falling off that roof as a 9-year-old. It's really improved it. And I'm not even kidding. Like I walk around and it used to be, oh my gosh, we got to go to the theme park. Oh my gosh, we got to go golfing. I'm not even kidding. I would like fun things I was nervous about because I would feel awful on the other side of them. All of that anxiety has disappeared because with the Good Feet store arch supports, the pain has really melted away in the back. The hips, though, too. My knees have always bothered me. My ankles from a long playing career in the NFL. All of that pain has really been mitigated because of arch supports. I want you to try this, too. Go to a Good Feet store. It's a try before you buy policy. You walk in there. They'll measure your feet. They'll balance test you. You'll walk out of there that day, 20 minutes later. That's all it takes with arch supports, and you'll be on your journey to feeling better just like me. So whatever you do professionally, whatever your footwear is, they have arch supports for you. Get to one of their 200 plus stores across the U.S. and overseas. They've been doing this for 30 years. Check them out at goodfeet.com. And coming up next, was it a fight or a pillow fight? We'll tell you. That's next. So we still have Smashing Pumpkins tickets and Godsmack tickets to give away here. And we will coming up later on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. We have 2 fights to discuss here really quickly. The first was the worst. We'll get to the second, which was actually on a baseball field. But
That's great.
Jake Paul and Nate Diaz met. The mixed martial arts legend from the UFC, Nate Diaz, trading in his UFC gloves for boxing gloves, faced Jake Paul for 10 rounds and walked him down. Like you have to appreciate the fearlessness of Nate Diaz. He can take a punch.
Mhm.
Jake Paul had better power, was a better boxer. So he won the match unanimously, and I think it was obvious, but it was not a good or entertaining fight at all.
No. There were several entertaining punches thrown, but not even entertaining rounds fully. And really, I mean, by the 5th, 6th, I mean, it was done.
Yeah.
It was done.
Yeah.
It was just they're just counting down the minutes at that point.
I think there was a better fight in the stands between Logan and some of the audience.
Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
that
like,
did happen.
Stadium or arena security there in Dallas helped break that one up. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, man. Like I don't love the fact that, boxing has no juice except for when Jake Paul or Logan Paul fights.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
Yeah, it does bum me out too. But speaking of fisticuffs, the White Sox played the Guardians over the weekend as well. And on Saturday night, there's been, I guess, this back and forth brewing between Tim Anderson, shortstop for the White Sox, and Jose Ramirez. And when push came to shove, literally, Jose slid hard into second in the 6th inning, and all of a sudden Tim Anderson laid down a real hard tag on him and like held it there, like right on his butt. He was just like, I'm not letting him up until I look at the umpire. Ramirez jumped to his feet and he was ferocious.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, shouting stuff. And then Tim Anderson puts a 2-finger point right in his face. And then Ramirez is pointing right back. And then they're John. And then all of a sudden people start flying in. But before that, Tim Anderson takes his glove off and he was like, no, we are like for real going to fight. Now, normally these fights happen between like catcher and pitcher, and then people flood in there to protect.
Right.
Nobody saw this coming, so nobody was ready to jump in. So the fight actually, punches were thrown before anybody got broken up.
Yeah, I mean, hard punches.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they were just kind of batting at each other.
No.
I mean, this was like NHL old school hockey style fight.
It's amazing.
It was the best.
This was the best baseball had to offer this entire season so far.
This should be a requirement in baseball.
Could we just have fights scheduled for the 6th inning at baseball games at second base from now on? Because I'm with you. So Tim, I think he threw the first punch. I think he goes overhand right.
Yes.
And then he tries to uppercut Ramirez. Ramirez kind of put his head down like a bull in a china shop, and he just starts throwing these wild looping punches and connects on Anderson's jaw with a looping right hook.
Yeah.
And it took Anderson right to the mattress, man.
Oh, yeah. He went down.
Oh, yeah.
He went right down.
Yeah, do we have the play call? Yeah. Oh, we got to get this.
Yeah.
So Guardians radio announcer, I believe his name's Tom Hamilton. He goes from being a baseball play-by-play man right into being a boxing announcer, and it was incredible.
Flawless. Are you not able to open that link? I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I sent it to your email also. But anyways, this is absolutely one of my favorite things that happens. Like I remember, between who was it? I remember Bryce Harper was involved in it a couple of years back.
It was Bryce Harper, Hunter Strickland.
Yeah,
he was on the Giants, and Bryce threw his helmet. Looked like he was going to throw it at Hunter, but didn't.
Memorial Day. You remember when they actually connected with closed fist punches, and you just saw it looked like a Per Plus commercial for shampoo, like just hair flying everywhere. It's amazing. There needs to be more fighting in baseball.
Yeah, we wanted when the Padres. Who was the team they were playing where people kept throwing? They hit Manny. Who was that team? Was that the Braves or Rangers?
Oh, no,
I don't.
It was while Rich was on vacation.
Was
it was
it
me
Detroit?
and Travis. We were saying they should fight.
It was it Detroit.
Yeah,
it was Detroit.
I think it was Detroit when they were out
Detroit?
there. Maybe not.
Or was it the Pirates?
It may have been. That's
I
right,
think it
because
was
the Pirate
Pirates.
season's like over, and they were like,
and they were
Yeah,
salty.
that's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
That's right. Which, yeah, we'll talk about that after this.
here's
but-
the Tim Anderson fight.
Tim Hamilton, play-by-play voice for the Guardians. I mean, get him on the call the next
No
boxing match.
kidding. Gosh, that was fantastic. Next boxing match better be in a baseball game. That's all I'm saying.
That was
I want more of
absolutely
that.
incredible.
Yeah, they want more viewership. Bring that on.
I'll tell you what. Look, I'm not saying that it fits in maybe every sport, but I like fighting in baseball.
Same.
I mean, it works in hockey. Some of the most exciting moments in hockey is when like an enforcer comes on the ice and it's like, no, I'm taking a bruising. I'm getting after your star player, and then him and another guy just get into it. I love that. I love. Yeah, I don't love seeing anyone injured, but
Right.
in NASCAR, the wrecks are what people show up for. I mean, to a certain extent.
I mean, that's true, but this isn't like a wreck. This is, look, buddy, you have been dogging me all day. I'm done. I'm done, pal. And let's bring it on. And so we'll throw some fists. I'm fine with it too. I think it's great. I think there should be some NHL rules here. Let it go down. They get a short penalty and then they're back in the game.
And also, you know how like on the ice, like the officials, they'll like almost like circle the two combatants.
Yeah.
That's what I wish they would do. I wish the umpires like push away everyone else. Like, no.
Let it work this out.
Let it happen. First one who hits the dirt, we're gonna peel him off. We'll drag him out of there. We'll pick up his teeth if we need to.
2-minute penalty.
Yeah, got a penalty box in baseball. All right. So we got pitch clock now. We've got larger bases. Now we need hockey fights in baseball. The sport will be beautiful.
It's growing.
Oh, God.
It's growing.
You will welcome in a lot of new fans. I can promise you that.
Yes,
I mean,
you
if
will.
Jake Paul can fill an arena, he's a YouTube star. We need fighting in baseball.
I dislike him very much.
He is one of the most hateable characters there's ever been. I'm sure he's a nice person. I bet you he is.
Right.
I bet you if he came in through the doors over here, we would probably find some common ground. We'd get along, maybe have some laughs. But yeah, like the troll job that he does to get people amped up for these fights, because everybody's hoping he loses. It's Floyd Mayweather Jr. all over again.
Yeah.
Money Mayweather. He flaunted all the money he was making from these fights where he fought defensively. He was not an exciting fighter after he broke his left hand. He used to be a powerful fighter, knockout artist.
Yeah.
And then he broke his hand on top of somebody's head, I forget. And then he became a counterpuncher and the most boring boxer maybe ever, but he was a winner and everybody hated him. All right.
Well, bring it to baseball.
Yep. Bring it to baseball. We need it.
We do. And who knows? Maybe it'll happen tonight with the Dodgers.
Dude, that would be great.
I'm in.
Can you imagine how much better that game will be against the Dodgers if the Padres just send Rich Hill screaming out with the ice on his elbow? He's like, I hate all of you. Cross-body checking people.
There's a call from the dugout. Let's bring in Dick Mountain.
All right, coming up next, we got those Godsmack tickets. We got those Smashing Pumpkins tickets. Also, Dan Woke in USA Today on college football realignment. We got to talk to him. Daniel for long ball, iced tea, hard iced tea. He's going to be joining us in studio as well. We got a busy final hour. Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. pounder. Everybody knows when you go to Thrifty and then you get the cotton candy, you got to get 32 ounces of cream. No, I mean, I'm so.
Can you imagine?
Oh.
I mean, I'd try it.
Well,
Yeah.
yes. Unfortunately,
I do think we do need to take the scale into the kitchen and try it not on carpet to see how different it is.
you are so
What if
obsessed with
it's
worse.
I've read that it is a difference.
But it doesn't even matter now.
Because we've already like this our okay, so our bizarre way of doing things, we're not only measuring ourselves on carpet, but we're doing it fully clothed with shoes on. So we have our baseline, which means it's kind of like batting with a donut on. So when we go in for our doctor's appointment after all this, and we just cocksure and just strutting our stuff, we're gonna weigh in maybe even like 5 pounds lighter.
Wait. What was my weight today?
You were under 280.
Yeah. What was 278.1. So I was at the doctor on Friday and it was 278 flat.
Wow.
So I mean the carpet, come on.
Okay, so yeah.
I mean it's right on the money.
Okay.
Or 0.1 off.
Or maybe you've lost weight since the doctor.
Probably not.
Oh wait.
I'm just
Did you weigh in with shoes off?
Yeah. No, shoes on. Shoes on.
Oh, you were at the doctor?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, scale's accurate.
It's accurate. It doesn't lie.
Scale don't lie. All I do know is that that's the measure that we've taken, and if we want to double check it on concrete, be my guest. But we're sticking with carpet, clothes, shoes, and watches.
It's just a little bit of carpet.
No, it's
just barely, right over concrete. As we're like stepping on it.
The other thing that happened right before the weekend was the Pac-12, which at one point proudly had 12 teams, including USC, UCLA.
Hence the name.
Yeah. Considered Pacific 12. That makes sense. Well, now they're the 4-pack. And it was a mass exodus on Friday, or really through the end of the week. Statements were made by the conference. Statements were made by the schools that left. And no better person to talk to about it than Dan Woken, USA Today Sports, on all this college football realignment. So, yeah, we were just bringing up the topic of the Pac-12. Dan, what do you make of what happened at week's end last week? And what does the future look like for the Pac-12, or I guess the 4-pack at this point?
Is there a future? I don't know if there is or what it is. I think this week they've got a lot to sort out, the 4 schools that are remaining and what they want to do. I think the couple issues come to mind on where they go from here. One is you've got the Mountain West out there. They're kind of up and operational. You know, if you're Oregon State, Washington State, do you try to just go into the Mountain West, or do you keep the Pac-12, the infrastructure of it, and try to bring in teams from there? Of course, there's a major issue, which is $30+ million exit fee from the Mountain West to be in there by next season, 2024. They're going to have enough teams to have a season. I don't know what they do. I don't think the options are all that appealing. Do schools leave the Mountain West for a league that doesn't have a television contract? What kind of contract can they get? I mean, Kleofkoff was presenting this Apple thing that was going to start, $20 million or whatever it was per school. Is that still on the table without that membership that they had, including Oregon, Washington, and the Arizona schools in Utah? These are all questions that need to be answered, and I don't have the answers to them at this stage. But obviously, if you're Stanford, if you're Cal, you're trying to figure out what does this look like, and it's such a shock to the system. It's such a unprecedented type of event. I don't know how they handle it.
Dan, you think a Apple streaming only deal is strong enough that it would pull schools over to the Pac-12?
I think, like all of these questions, it depends on the amount of money involved. For $20 million, sure, because that's more than what they're getting. I mean, I don't know I can't remember the exact number that schools are getting from their Mountain West media deal, but it's not a lot. I mean, it's like, $3-4 million, something like that. So any league that offers them a chance to make more, sure. But what is the Pac-12 worth without basically, 8 of the schools that were in it before? That's a question that I don't have an answer to either. So yeah, it's a bit of a mess. There's a million reasons why it happened. They're all terrible. I could give you the whole rundown about how we got here and what it means and why this is awful. But yeah, I think everybody kind of knows all that at this point. It's where college sports has been going for the last 20 years. This consolidation of money and TV properties. And to me, unless somebody gets a grip on it, it's just going to keep continuing in that direction.
Dan, we're the home of the San Diego State Aztecs, the flagship radio station, and both Rich and I and Travis, we all do a lot of work on Aztec stuff. And I guess we're just curious where they end up, because all we've been hearing is that San Diego State's in a really good position. San Diego State's done everything they can to move up in the world of college football and the world of college athletics. But then this happens with the Pac-12. And now I guess where's the landing spot and what is the future of San Diego State athletics?
So many of these realignment things, it comes down to luck and timing. It's not necessarily based on merit in any way. I mean, just consider as an example, Oregon and Washington are going into the Big Ten, and they're going to be 2 of the stronger overall athletic programs in the Big Ten, and yet they're going to be making less than Northwestern and less than Purdue and less than a lot of schools that frankly aren't going to bring as much value to the Big Ten as Oregon and Washington. So that just kind of tells you everything about how this isn't really merit based. San Diego State got caught in a position where, they wanted to go to the Pac-12, and rightfully so, but the Pac-12 as it was constituted before last Friday, and they didn't make the move. I don't know exactly what held that up. I mean, was it the fact that there was no TV contract? Was the Pac-12 not quite ready to issue formal invitations? San Diego State not quite sure what they were getting into? There's a few possible reasons why that didn't happen this summer when it could have happened. But now I don't know what their next move is. Like I don't really think the Big 12 is going to expand further at this point. I don't know why they would. I think for San Diego State, like the options are probably stay where you are or go into the Pac-12 with a bunch of other teams from the Mountain West in a league that's going to look kind of like the Mountain West. I don't really know what else they can do.
Dan Wilkin joining us, covers college football, college basketball as well for USA Today Sports. Yeah, I mean, looking at it more globally also, it's a very strange and confusing time. But, if you were looking at college football objectively, you would say it's very strange and confusing anyways. I mean, 5 power conferences, 5 group of 5 conferences, uneven numbers of schools at times in these conferences. I mean, odd numbers. You have barely a workable playoff format. Like, college football really doesn't make any sense. Do you think it's possible that after all this realignment and all the reshuffling of the decks that may be coming over the next decade or so, that college football makes better sense on the other side of this? Or you think it'll always be really odd and niche and just strange just because that's traditionally what it's been?
I think the only thing that's going to make sense in the end is getting to kind of the Super League that people have held out there as where this all ends eventually, where the best brands from all of the conferences kind of link up and leave where they are and sell their media rights together. So, whether that's 24, 36, whatever the number is of the most valuable schools, to me, that's the only thing that would make sense. I mean, the conferences now are not going to make sense really at all. I mean, the SEC kind of does, but it's too big, frankly. I grew up watching an SEC that was 10, and then they expanded in early 1990s and brought in Arkansas and South Carolina, and for a long time it was 12, and that kind of made sense. And then, and then you bring in A&M and Missouri, and I mean, they kind of make sense, but not really. Especially Missouri. I mean, it's not really Southeast. There's not really an SEC ethos on that campus, and then all of a sudden Texas, Oklahoma, and well, now 4 of your league, 25% of your league was originally in the Big 12. So all of this stuff to me doesn't make a lot of sense. But eventually when the big brands break off and join up, that'll at least be something that kind of what they're in it for, why they're together. It's just a TV entity, and hopefully if that ever happened, we could get some type of sanity where all the other sports kind of come back home and play more regional schedules.
Dan, how long do you think something like that would take? I mean, to get to? Is it something that you could foresee happening in the next few years, or is it 30 years down the road?
Everything with realignment kind of comes up on a 10-year cycle because of the way the TV contracts have been written. So, I don't know if it'll be the next cycle or the one after that, maybe, sometime in the 2030s or 2040s. But yeah, like at some point, especially if we ever get to a situation where college sports is having to share revenues with the athletes, there's going to be programs that are going to be positioning themselves to do that, and some that won't be able to. And so the ones that are revenue sharing are going to have to be in a different entity because it's not going to be able to fall under the NCAA. I mean, this is sort of hypothetical, theoretical stuff, but it's not that far-fetched. And it's something that certainly as you get into the next decade, schools are going to have to start thinking about.
Dan, we appreciate your time, man. Interesting times in college football. We're going to see what happens next, I guess. That's all we can do is sit and wait. Thanks, buddy.
Okay, thanks.
There he goes, Dan Woken, USA Today Sports. Yeah, the trickiest thing for all of us, like you pointed out, Ben, is, I mean, yeah, do we care what happens with college football? Of course, we're all college football fans. But most importantly, here in San Diego, it's felt like San Diego State's been very patient and has been having a tremendous amount of success over the years with the Mountain West. And it felt like their time to jump in with the Pac-12. And then all of a sudden, boom, the rug gets pulled right out from under you.
State-of-the-art stadium built on the land that used to occupy a classic stadium that was decrepit. And then you are in a national championship game with your basketball program. Mm-hmm. And you feel like everything, rockets are ready to go, ready to launch. And then you get to the point where you're supposed to launch and where you're trying to launch to doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah. No, it does. It does. It's a bit of a letdown, but I mean, it is what it is. You move forward. You know what? I mean, it's not a bad plan. That does seem like it could work, especially, man, it puts the Mountain West in the driver's seat, though.
I tell you, Pac West, but you add some of these schools that are still floating out there independent.
I'm just curious if that's what's best for San Diego State long term. Like then it kind of feels like, well, you're not really joining one of these big conferences. You're just merging the Mountain West with the losers in the relocation game.
What if you could also add in Gonzaga and St. Mary's?
Yeah. Oh, from the basketball side. Yeah. That would be kind of crazy to make it more of like a basketball flavor conference. All right. Look, I could be convinced. My point is though, if we're concentrating on like big time football, right? I mean, if they join the Big 12 and they got a smaller share at first, but then that would increase over time, I'm very curious where they're at with those conversations. If that's all of a sudden on the front burner as opposed to where it was on the back burner. I don't know, though. I mean, like you said, you add a couple of teams, maybe all of a sudden the Pac-12 Mountain West merger realignment could look pretty cool. It'd be cool getting out to the Good Feet store. Get there today. I was just talking about this. The Good Feet have these arch supports. And if you're not aware of this process, it's really cool. You go to goodfeet.com or head into one of the stores. They have a store in Mission Valley we all went to. You walk into the store. They immediately start taking measurements of your feet. They pressure test you. They see where you put all your weight on the soles of your feet. And then they get you a perfectly precision fit arch support to slide into your footwear. You walk out of there 25 minutes later with a pair of these arch supports and then just watch the pain melt away. So if you're having knee pain, hip pain, back pain, foot pain, ankle pain, get to the Good Feet store, have them have one of their professionally trained Good Feet experts walk you through the process. All right, coming up next, we've got a lot of giveaways left. We have to give away Smashing Pumpkin tickets or Godsmack.
Let's do it right now.
You want to do it now?
Right now. Let's do one right
I
now.
love that idea.
What do you want to do right now? Godsmack?
Godsmack.
It's on.
It's on like Donkey Kong. 844-570-1360. The number again, 844-570-1360. Which caller should get it?
7,
of course.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go see Godsmack in North Island Credit Union Amphitheater August 27th. More info at Ticketmaster.com. And coming up next, we've got to get into this. Peyton Manning told Joe Thomas to do what? Trust me, you're going to want to stick around. That's next.
We still have a pair of tickets to go see Smashing Pumpkins at the North Island Credit Union Amphitheater this Thursday. Tickets and info at Ticketmaster.com, or just keep it locked in here for your chance to win. Also, we have Daniel from Long Ball coming in studio, and Peyton Manning said to do what? We'll talk about it all next.
This update is presented by Staples Stores. Starting off here with the Padres. They lost 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers over the weekend. One more against LA today at Petco Park. Padres looking to split the series. While the Padres were losing over the weekend, so was everyone else. This weekend actually improves their wild card standing. They move up. They're just 3 games back of that final spot. In the World Cup, Team USA is out after losing to Sweden in penalty kicks in the round of 16. And in the NFL, it's almost here. You can almost taste it. 30 days exactly away from the beginning of the NFL season. This will be our first full week of NFL preseason games. Staples Print and Marketing Services help small businesses print big for less. And now at Staples, you can save even more with 50% back in rewards on print orders. Ins 8/12, exclusions do apply. Rewards members only. Rewards redeemable in-store only. Save for your business at Staples.
All right, Heart Radio Music Festival is back. It's happening September 22nd and 23rd out at T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. 2 nights, 1 stage. Live performances by The Foo, Fall Out Boy, Kelly Clarkson, Tim McGraw. The list goes on and on and on. It's absolutely incredible. And while the world is listening on iHeartRadio, you could be there. 3 chances every weekday for you to win your trip for 2 plus $1,000 spending cash. And that starts today. So we've got your first chance starting today. It's going to be awesome.
I'm so pumped. I'm also pumped because we're going to be joined by Daniel from Long Ball Hard Iced Tea in just a couple of minutes here. He's going to come in studio, finish out a next level fit guy stuff Monday, as it turns out.
And probably drink some long ball.
Well, yeah, we got to celebrate.
Yeah.
We lost
I got 'em iced down.
27.2. We got iced down our knees from all this work we've been doing, losing weight.
So good news and bad news for our listeners. The bad news is we've already pulled a winner for our first golf outing, which is going to be happening this Thursday. The winner knows, but Daniel's going to come in and introduce it to the world. Good news, you can sign up for next month.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
you can.
right now,
you can.
at sportssd.com, get down to the contest page. Long Ball is sending one of you and the 3 of us out to play golf, and we can't wait for that.
Is it like the second Thursday of every month type of thing? Is that what we're doing?
I don't
I
know
have
if
no
we have
idea. I have
locked
no
in-
idea the rules.
I don't know if we have locked in dates, but I do know we're golfing this Thursday.
Oh, you did, right? We are.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are. Which I also did get. I got asked by Griffin if he wants to come film.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
all right.
Griffin's always invited here.
Okay. All right.
He basically shot an episode of The Office last time he was here. So, yeah.
That's what he said. He wanted to shoot again for long ball.
It's fantastic.
But for golf,
For golf. Yeah.
Yes.
Golf office.
Yes.
golfus.
The Golfist.
The golfus.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
We have a name
The
for it.
golfus.
The Golfist, brought to you by Long Ball. We'll run that by Daniel because it is his brand after all that hours. Okay. So, Hall of Fame inductions also happened over the weekend. Man, this was the busiest sports weekend of the summer so far. Joe Thomas, one of the entrants, he is now a Hall of Famer, deservedly so. He had that unbelievably unbroken streak of starts during his playing career. He was an All-Pro. I forget how many times, but a lot.
Mm-hmm.
He was tremendous for the Cleveland Browns. And I don't think he ever played in a playoff game, which is also really important to point out. When your greatness is so much so that the league respects what you do as a team, you didn't get over the hump. It's pretty amazing. But he was taking some interviews before and after the weekend, and he had an interesting story about Peyton Manning.
Yeah. Peyton Manning.
Give him some advice.
Yeah, give some advice on how to get traded, and that advice is just poop on the boss's desk.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just do that. So yeah, Peyton Manning told Joe Thomas in order to get him traded from the Browns to the Broncos to go upstairs and take a dump on his general manager's desk.
It's really not bad advice. I mean, if you're trying to get out.
Listen, I guess if you live in Cleveland and you have an opportunity to get to Denver and it's pooping on your boss's desk is standing in your way to getting you out of Cleveland, well,
Poop on the desk.
You got to poop on that desk.
Yeah,
then
yeah,
I think that's exactly what we're saying. Yeah.
Do it. Make it happen.
Joe Thomas, unbelievable storyteller, and he told some great stories during his induction speech as well. We already covered this, but I want to circle back because I think I want to celebrate at 7-Eleven as well. The pumpkin spice latte being back is a big deal for me.
Should we go there?
Could we?
Yeah, we can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want.
We do get
We're
a cheat
adults,
meal
guys.
because
we
surpassed our goal. We said if we were more than 20 pounds down as a show, we would go do something fun. So we can go eat whatever you guys want.
I do have to have a tooth pulled today. So that does throw a wrench in our cog work here. And I want to apologize.
What time is that?
At 11 o'clock.
Oh, it's right after this.
Yeah, like I'm going to have to, but I mean, we could
still eat.
We could fit some Taco Bell in there. I could still brush my teeth and they'll be like, why is there so much chili in this man's gullet? That's my fault. That's my bad, dog.
There's a full chalupa in between this tooth.
I think I'm going to get emotional when I take a bite out of a burrito.
Oh my God. What you just said, I just got choked up. My eyes watered a little bit.
I can't wait.
It's been so long since I've had a tortilla.
Dude, like sour cream.
It actually has.
Yeah. I haven't had a tortilla in a month.
And I don't know the date before we stopped doing this or stopped eating tortillas. So it may have been 5 weeks since I've had a tortilla.
This is going to be religious. But we've all lost weight.
We did it, guys.
We did.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of myself.
I'm proud of you guys.
This is incredible.
Wow. I mean, unbelievable.
Oh,
Thank you, everyone.
Let's get long balls. Let's get them in the studio right now. Yeah. We have so much to do still. We have Godsmack tickets or Smashing Pumpkins? Smashing Pumpkins tickets to give away here in just a few minutes. We're going to give those away coming up next. Also, Daniel from Longball joining us in studio. So we're going to crack open a couple of cold ones. Enjoy that. Announce our winner to our Big Rich, TD, and Fletch golf outing that happens monthly, presented by Longball. All that's coming up on the other side. We've made a new discovery about dieting. It's really exciting. Also, we have Long Ball in studio. Daniel from Long Ball is coming in. We have an announcement for our winner. We have Smashing Pumpkins tickets coming up next. Stay tuned.
How.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. ZZ Top.
Dude. My neighbor used to have one of the ZZ Top cars. He actually bought it from the band.
No way.
Yeah, it was rad. It was
Yeah,
super
like,
rad.
Whoa. So he was like second owner. They had the car and then he bought it from them?
Yeah. And like inside the door panels was like the velvet ZZs on the side.
That is the coolest.
Yeah, it was rad.
That
He was
is
a race
rad.
car driver. He also had he actually had the Knight Rider truck that the Knight Rider used to drive up in the back of.
Oh my God.
He had that truck and he used it for his funny car.
He had the kit holder, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was.
kit container.
The kit container, the kit and caboodle.
Oh my gosh.
Did the kit container also talk?
It did not.
Yeah,
Well, at
that's
least it didn't at his house. Yeah. Bummer.
You know what isn't a bummer?
Mm.
This. Hang on, listen. We're allowed to do that now.
Oh, I love that sound.
Normally on Mondays,
good.
we aren't allowed to have any sort of libations. We gave
That was
her
a great sound.
we have to wait
Wait,
until
shh.
that really is a good that's a good
Here,
sound.
crank the volume on your speakers and just go full ASMR with it.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna turn it off. Here we go. All right. Put my thing in there. Okay, here we go. Dude,
That was nice.
Gosh, I turned my mic off because I wanted to make sure I was quiet.
that was so good.
So good.
All right,
we need a fourth for
Oh,
Daniel. Here,
one
I'll
more,
I'll
one
walk
more.
one into to Benny
All
here.
right, here we go. Yeah, we're just pouring up some long balls. What's up, Daniel? Come over here, have a seat. We got your whoop. Just drop the long ball. All right, hang on. Let me get your headphone set. So Daniel from Long Ball joining us in studio. We're enjoying some hard iced tea, right? Do you want some of this stuff, or you've had enough probably?
I've had about 7 of those.
All right, we're gonna split
Wait.
up yours.
Wait. Here, you gotta flip that thing around. Want me to help you over there?
What am I doing? There it is. Sorry.
Yeah, look, I'm a professional.
Yeah. There we go.
That was complicated.
I noticed you walked in here with a 7-Eleven cup. Is that a pumpkin spice latte?
It's a cinnamon spice something.
Wow.
$2.49 at
Wow.
7-Eleven. Not a bad.
Wow.
Not a
Deal.
bad deal. Not a bad deal.
Right
Long
around the
ball.
corner.
We're already sipping the long ball?
I am.
Yeah, why not? Come on, when in
Gosh,
Rome.
it's so good.
Um,
It's so good.
Can I just say your footage? I can't stop watching your footage.
of the
From the-
long ball
From the turn.
invitational?
Oh my God.
There's
It's just,
more.
oh man.
You
Oh,
saw it live too.
Yeah.
The one where you're laying down up against kind of like a rock and you're
Oh
like,
yeah. Well, okay.
He was in danger.
I was
Yeah.
in danger because
I didn't know what was going on. there.
well, Fletch was not in the picture and he was trying to do bad things to me, Daniel.
Is that what
Just
it was?
hug.
Yeah.
I was just
Yeah.
trying to hug him.
Yeah. Well, he was
He was mostly naked at
yeah,
the time.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of clothes on. Not a lot
Um,
of clothes on.
We met so many nice people. We got B12 shots.
It was
We-
incredible. We stayed completely sober through that whole entire golf tournament.
That's amazing. that you could
Honestly,
pull that
yeah, I remember everything.
off.
Every last moment of Travis hasn't had cereal in a month because we've been doing this next level fit guy stuff summer, which you stay in pretty good shape, Daniel.
Yeah.
We all got super fat through the course of the fall and the spring. And so we figured for the summer, we're going to drop some LBs. So we did keto diet and then we transitioned to carnivore diet.
Nice.
Now we're going to try the paleo diet for 2 weeks, but every 4 weeks we weigh ourselves in. So we, as a show, dropped 27 pounds.
That's pretty good.
Pretty good, right?
27
Well, you know
pounds in
who's on
4 weeks?
paleo who looks crazy is McGraw.
Oh, Tim McGraw.
Tim McGraw's a paleo.
I mean, he's shredded.
oh,
He
maybe I
also
should-
and
works
he's a
out,
paleo guy.
like heavily works out.
Does
you
he?
know,
don't
you,
do that.
you keep
Yeah.
bringing that up. You're like,
Yeah.
we should work out.
What
I'm like,
is that?
what,
It's 'cause
what are you
there's a-
talking about?
There is a ceiling on what we can do if we don't work out. If we start working out, we can go through that ceiling.
Okay, I don't know about that.
Instead of
Not
working
weight
out,
loss.
I'm just going to drink long ball.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
probably
that's
a
right.
better idea.
it's a good call.
It's a lot easier.
I like that. Listen, I'm not
Put
a
your
huge-
sweats on and then drink. Maybe just get all your
That's a
workout
great
gear
idea.
on.
We
and
have a
then start
video.
drinking.
We have a video we're gonna make
headbands.
in a sweatshirt.
Sweatbands, headbands, the whole, just everything. Sponsors, have sponsors on your shirts.
Yeah.
I have never been a huge fan of Golden Grams, but not having any cereal for a month and then eating a Golden Graham, it's the second best thing I've ever had in my life.
Where the
Yeah.
hell did you find those?
I don't know. They were in the break room. There were some Golden Grams. So
Um,
second best thing because I got a long ball in this hand.
There
Yeah.
you go.
we are going to make an announcement on who's going to golf with us. Our first long ball outing here on Big Rich, TD, and Fletch. We're going to do it every month. We're going to bring out a different golfer. We're going to have all the long balls you can drink on the course with us. What course are we going to again? It's
I'll let Daniel break
yeah.
the news.
Yeah. Mike Aiken is head pro out there, and he got us on at Carlton Oaks.
Carlton.
Oaks.
Sweet.
It's a tough track too. A lot of people don't recognize it as, but from the tips, it's Torrey South long. I mean, if you want to get crazy there, you can. I never do, but you can. And but yeah, Mike was one of the inaugural starts of our courses, and I've been a big supporter. And so that's I called him first. I said, hey, you were kind of right out of the chute. You want to do this? He says, absolutely, let's do it.
They got
Right
a
on.
really cool, old school, kind of almost Western feeling bar inside with the big wraparound bar table, I guess.
Oh, I
And
love
so you
that.
pull up an old seat and you're right there, and we'll be enjoying long balls there
All right. So
I can't
Carlton
wait.
Oaks is going to be this Thursday.
this Thursday.
And who are we golfing
Yeah,
with?
who's the winner?
Yeah.
Do you know the name?
I don't have the
Okay, I
name.
know the name.
Oh, you know,
This
yeah.
was all done completely far away from us, but it's a name we all three will recognize.
Yeah.
Aaron Zazara.
Oh,
What?
Aaron. We went golfing with him once before.
Yes,
got
we
pulled
did.
out of the hopper.
So yeah, hundreds of people signed up for this. Taylor showed me the full list actually, but the random name that was drawn was Aaron Zazara.
Wow, that's
That-
awesome.
Is fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It's just like a reunion. Kind
yeah,
It
yeah,
is,
yeah.
yeah,
We
nice.
went golfing with him. I forget for what. It might have been something.
It was Rady.
Rady
Oh,
Children.
that's what it was because he was our top donor. That's right. Okay, so Aaron's a good time. We're going to be drinking long ball. That's a good time. Carlton Oaks never played there, but you say it's a good time. Thursday's going to be a good time. So if anybody is interested in your opportunity to golf with us, go to sportssd.com. It's pretty simple. Go to contest and prizes. Click on Big Rich TT, and Fletch.
TT.
TT.
the new guy.
The new guy.
Yeah, he's
This guy.
been around the block.
Travis
Um,
Tail.
Opportunity to golf with us. Click on that link and then sign up. And then you could and by the way, if they've signed up before, they can re-sign up
You
for
can
another
sign up
opportunity.
every day if you want.
All right, cool.
You can
All right.
sign up every day.
I think so. Yeah.
Where have your travels took you recently, Daniel?
I mean, my life's been a world tour.
Yeah.
Went to Fort Worth a week ago with the crew, my brother Dennis and Bobby, and went to Fort Worth and Austin, Texas, and met with some people that are real interested in the product out there.
Right on.
And ran. I'm born and raised in San Diego.
Yeah.
And you think who superstars are. Hey, if you were walking around with Brad Pitt, you probably couldn't get too far without people taking pictures. We're hanging out with rodeo guys.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean,
Oh, really?
they're taking pictures of me. They think I'm somebody because I'm hanging out with these rodeo guys. So there's this young kid, Rocker Steiner, 19 years old, bareback rider, about 5'7", maybe $145. But if you watch videos of him, he's insane. His dad was a world champion steer wrestler. Met Tough Hedman, who, again, San Diego.
Did
I
you
have
just-
no idea who
wait,
this
hang
guy
on.
is. 5-time world champion.
Did
Crazy.
you just say there's a person's name, Tough Hedman?
Tough Hedman? TUFF.
Tough
And
Hedman?
he rides
his-
bulls.
That's his real name?
Yeah, it's his real name.
What?
It's
What?
badass.
These parents named their kid Tough.
Do you realize that yesterday I had a cuticle that was too long?
Yeah.
And when I went to bite it off, I'm like, ooh, owie, that's not coming off. That's not going gently into the good night. I had Ann do it for me. And there's a child named Tough Hedman who's
Yeah.
wrestling steers in Texas.
Wrestling, riding. I mean, if you want to see the craziest video of all time, he rode this bull called Bodacious back in the day,
Mm-hmm.
shattered every bone in his face. And the guy got up
What?
and walked off, like shook people off, said, "Don't touch me." Walked off. Massive.
Yeah.
We got a pro football player
Yeah,
here.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I know these guys are tough. I know Ronnie Lott cut off a appendage or something to play in a game. I mean, I know these guys are tough, but these Cowboys, they're on
That's-
another
Yeah,
level.
another level
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
Well, you
Not-
see them like die one day, and then 2 weeks later they're back on the bull.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
are you going to do some long ball at rodeo then out in Texas?
Yeah, they want to kind of collaborate. We have some ideas that we're kind of kicking around. Tough, who, like I said, is such a legend, wants to do a drink with us, and we're gonna kind of propose something to him. We're gonna probably see him in the next couple weeks. But great guys. I mean, great guys, as down to earth as anybody you're ever gonna meet. You wouldn't know they were anybody the way they talk to you.
Yeah.
But we're going in a restaurant, there's a 2.5 hour wait, and then Tough rolls up and they said, "How many people?" He's 14, come this way. I mean, they're just
Wow.
they're as big as you could get.
That's cool.
Incredible.
That's cool.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess I apologize for all of the fanfare that goes into getting in the studio with us. Like, because really, I mean, we're big
Yeah.
deals, but the problem is
Check
we
in
know it.
with-
Yeah.
So we got Dom who shakes you down every time.
That's
and
right.
then,
That's right.
look, the autograph seekers, you get used to them. Yeah.
Yeah.
After years of doing this, it's a struggle, but look, I guess they're who keep the lights on, Daniel.
Yeah.
So,
You guys really knocked it out of the park at Steel Canyon with that golf tournament. Is there
my
more
gosh.
tournaments
Yeah.
coming up?
oh, please.
I'm actually stopping at a course today. Don't want to say which ones. I don't want to get anybody's in trouble, but stopping at one today. We're talking about one in October,
Oh my gosh.
and kind of the thought is, and let me ask you guys.
I'm
this
looking
question.
at my watch.
Yeah.
My October is wide
You
open.
got it
That's
open?
I got it, yeah.
You tell me the day.
Let me ask you. I mean, this is a thought. So I'm looking for some feedback. We're thinking of this one maybe even a little more kind of laid back, kind of a Hawaiian theme. Like everybody's got to wear a Hawaiian shirts, and you get some strokes off if you play in flip flops. I mean, roasting a pig. I don't know. I mean, what do you think about having
Yes,
it be kind of
I-
like on the low key? Have just take it up to another fun level.
I have not cried on this show yet.
I will wear a
and
grass
it is
skirt.
happening now. Oh my
Wear a
gosh.
coconut bra.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. He
So you-
has one now.
So you feeling that? I mean, again, it's just
Oh,
ideas, you know.
1,000,000%,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I did like how you started this though with something a little more laid back. And I'm
Yeah.
like, it was pretty stuffy.
yeah.
The long ball invitational.
Yeah. Pinky out.
Yeah, we couldn't enjoy ourselves with all of the class
Yeah.
that we were surrounded with. No, we actually
we brought it down.
when we left, I realized I was like, oh wow, they're actually doing a really nice job over here. We were the problem.
exactly
It's a-
correct.
So the Golf Fathers that's a YouTube crew that was one group in front of us, and I watched their YouTube video, and you could every once in a while just see either me or Rich completely shirtless, just sprinting down one fairway.
Was that the best?
Oh my
I
God.
mean,
I got such a good tan. I got the best tan.
And then
Oh.
you see at one point Daniel just having Rich's head tilted all the way, or no, it was Dennis.
Dennis,
Sorry,
yeah.
Dennis has Rich's head tilted all the way back, just pouring long ball down his throat.
I was very thirsty. It was very warm.
That thing should be on a loop. I'm telling you, like if you're feeling depressed, that just send that to people. Hey, if you're depressed, we're gonna send you something and send them that.
You guys are purveyors of fun and happiness. If you haven't tried Long Ball Hard Iced Tea, you need to. Also, Long Ball Shooter, absolutely delicious. You guys are gonna have your transfusion out pretty soon. I saw the
Super stoked.
I saw the can.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
beautiful.
Solid,
Beautiful.
solid stuff.
Can't wait. We do need a caller in 1 minute. 844-570-1360. Hang on, 509. Hang on.
Good
in
Lord.
1 minute, we're going to be giving away those Smashing Pumpkins tickets. So 844-570-1360 is the number you're going to be calling. Ben, who do we think?
We think Daniel and
we
all the
do.
guys over at Long Ball.
Damn
We
right.
love the product. Who we'd meet? Bobby? Is Bobby another one of them?
Bobby's solid.
Bobby's
Known him since he's
animal.
18. Great guy.
Dennis and you, Daniel. You guys are awesome. Thanks for taking care of us. Also,
Dan Wolken.
Dan Wolken. That's who it was.
USA Today
Today
Sports.
talking college football, depressing us all.
Yeah. The end is nigh.
That's right.
But that's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. We
The
got
end
some
of
long
college,
balls.
It's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
fine.
all gonna work out. Maybe not.
And
Anyways.
just real quick,
Yeah.
and we love you guys too.
Oh,
heck
come on
yeah.
now. Come
Now
on.
we're talking.
Longballshooter.com.
That's right.
Longballshooter.com and check out the contest show page on sportssd.com. We'll see you tomorrow. The Herd's next.